Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are here with the North America semifinals on Mustache Dave, joined by Smash Shouts. And we're looking forward to today's games. We do have a new group joining us today.
Yeah.
But before we get into that, we got some housework to do here.
Well, man, if you want to see this new group in action, you can on YouTube Live right now. But if you want to see it in the future, or in the past, I should say, you can catch out the mobile PUBG Esports YouTube channel. Get up to 1 million subscribers. I'm sure there'll be some fun stuff. But you can catch all the action from all the regions. I just finished South America for the day. That was a good game, so you can go back and watch that if you do so, please. But if you need to watch the game, you need to play the game to understand what's going on. So you need to play PUBG Mobile on your iOS or Android device. Get it from the Google Play Store or the iOS App Store. Fun stuff, completely free.
It's free.
It's so good. Anything free has got to be good, right? Well, okay,
we'll,
maybe
we'll
not
let
that.
you decide. We'll let you decide.
You can decide.
Yeah, so we're looking forward to it. We got a couple teams returning from yesterday. They are going to be on their 8th match at the end of today.
Yeah, 5th to 8th match.
5th to 8th match.
today.
And then we have teams that are coming in fresh.
Some
no
fresh,
matches played
some really
so far.
exciting teams. So they would have had the opportunity to watch the teams get played in yesterday's action. And this is the group stages that we do have, Dave. This is where we started off with 32 teams. They played 24 matches or 12 matches each, and we whittled our way down to the top 24 teams who are playing 24 matches as well. This is the moment we're in at the moment, Group E, F, and G. We will see Group E and G in action today. After we're done with the 24 matches from the semi-finals, we'll find ourselves with the top 16 teams. That's where everyone wants to be, because you'll play 10 matches in the regional finals to try and progress to the global finals. And in 10 matches, anything can happen.
Yep, we're almost there.
We're almost there.
Almost there. Here is the point system. If you get that steamy chicken dinner coming in first place, you will get 20 points. Second place, you tried good enough, so you're going to get 14 points, that is. Third place, 10 points. Fourth place, 8 points, and it goes down from there. 11th through 16th, you will be getting only 1 point. That feels bad, but 1 kill
1 point
equals 1 point.
Yeah, and those kills have been adding up. We saw Cloud9 yesterday claim, what was it, 22-point kill chicken dinner, and that was a big one.
Here's the groups that will be participating today, Smash.
Yep,
looking good. Group G, Tempo Storm coming in here fresh. Cream Esports, Tribe Gaming, Ignite, Wildcard, Euphoria, Omen, Elite, and their Revenants. And if you had asked me, Group G stacked.
Yeah, stacked and nutty. These are the two stacked groups that I think. Omen Elite, they looked good towards the end of the group stages. We've got Revenants, who looked good at the start. Tempo Storm, who looked good at the end as well. Cream, who are always a threat as well. So there's so many options now for these teams to come through. I can't wait to see these two groups clash in particular. Tribe is also in that Group G, and they've been a very strong team historically.
Especially towards the end of group stages.
Yeah,
that's where we saw a lot of Group G turning up over here. And not only that, we have a lot of kill leaders from group stages that are in Group G right now. So it's going to be interesting. Espinoza from the Revenant. Yep. Here's the leaderboard so far.
This is what happened yesterday.
Yeah, everything's B2W. They're going to be in last place with only 6 points. And I don't believe they're playing today. No, they're not. So they're going to be watching those 6 points slowly dissipate when it comes to the placements on leaderboard. There we go. Here are the kill leaders from the previous day. 2 Cloud9 members. Yeah,
they really turned up at the last game of the day. Beowulf and Perkasas both claiming 7 each or 6 each or something at the end of the day. So a majority of their kills came from that one game. Tensor was on the board the whole way through that day. He played well from start to finish. Same with HH24, and Juicy managed to sneak his way in there. He'll be looking to add to his tally today. Same with the Cloud9 boys.
Yeah, Cloud9, Juicy, Cloud9 and Spacestation, they're both going to be playing today, so they could continue to rack up their kills.
Yeah, certainly, as we saw that clip on Twitter of Beowulf claiming the chicken dinner with the last bullet in his clip. If he didn't hit that one, Cloud9 probably don't get that chicken dinner. So Beowulf coming up clutch in the last game of yesterday.
Was it only 1 bullet?
1 bullet left. Last bullet gets the kill.
So talking about, some highlightable moments from yesterday, we got a couple moments. Any teams that you want to kind of talk about that kind of stuck out to you from yesterday's games that we should pay attention to?
Well, I think the big surprise was the fact that we have so many hard hitters in that Group E, and Team 9 managed to claim themselves the chicken dinner victory. A team that hasn't been setting the world on fire, but they've been doing pretty well. And had a chat to them in the break, in the downtime, and they say they've had 2 members that have only played the game for 3 or 4 months, so they're adapting incredibly fast.
Okay.
They're excited, they're confident, and they've had a good run so far.
Yeah, I mean,
they said they're looking
so far, right?
They said they're looking to get into that final 16.
To move on.
Yeah, to move on, and obviously give themselves the best chance.
So that's their goal here, to qualify to the next round. You know, they're a fresh squad.
I believe the quote is the goal is to hit top 10 in the next phase of play, which is very doable if they keep up their points.
So that's one of the newer squads to pay attention to. They will be in today's lobby. They're in the same group as Cloud9, Spacestation, Simplicity, the Unnamed, Infinex Gaming. So today's matches should be pretty hot and steamy, especially with the introduction with Group G, who hasn't had the chance to put any points on the leaderboard yet. So it's going to be interesting to see if they can catch up, because currently Cloud9 in first place with 85 points. That's going to be a challenge to catch up, but remember, the Group G, they still have an extra 4 games on top of that, so it's going to balance itself out here.
Yeah, so the big battle for me today is the battle of the big boys. Tempo Storm versus Cloud9, Spacestation Gaming versus Team Tribe. So those are 4 teams to watch out for today.
Omen Elite as well.
Omen Elite are in there as well. They'll be shaping up. But squads to watch out for, some of the lower end squads as well. Teams like Cream and Wildcard, they could have some exciting results. If they can net themselves 30, 40 points on the day, I think they'll be happy with the way things are starting off. We're going to start off with another Western Circle though. The plane ride was from direct north, basically to East Coast as well. So not a bad plane ride. Everyone's going to be able to get where they want to go. The western side of the map is going to need some
Russell popping tires out here.
He's actually popping. He's
taking out their anger. That's that next level meta to get better control on the bikes. Little known secret out here. You saw it here first with Russell, but you made mention of Wildcard. They're going to be taking some shots right out the gate with some pistols over there on Infinex. Looks like MVP actually going to be chasing them down. This could be interesting for MVP. I don't know if MVP has any weapons. So we're going to have a UMP. Yeah, so we'll see. We'll have to pay attention to a kill feed. A lot of squads are going to be near each other right now. Right now, we're overlooking, Naya. We see Space Station Gaming over here and the Revenants. They are super close to each other, so we'll have to pay attention and also see if Space Station get collapsed on.
That's an interesting fight if it does happen. It does go down. At the moment, Revenants are controlling the majority of Naya. Space Station Gaming probably controlling the eastern side, which is more... There's a lot of loot in there. There's the police station type thing that's there. That's always good for loot. There's also a big warehouse. So both of these teams, you'd imagine, would get looted out of their minds as we see... What are those antlers on that?
Samurai helmet.
Samurai helmet. Okay, I thought it was antlers for a second. I'm tripping already.
So we did see Sixless with the classic VSS. I believe their profile on Twitter says VSS God.
I think he was it top 2 or top 3 kills in the global finals as well last split.
With the VSS.
With the VSS. He's an absolute gun.
Yeah.
And yesterday he showed off, and there was even a clip on Twitter or a comment on Twitter I dropped in there. He's a VSS god.
Yep.
Using those emojis as well to show how excited I was about his VSS play.
Oh, you're learning from the best.
I'm learning about the emoji. Dave, I see the Twitter feed, mate. It pops off. Your Twitter feed is on everything. Really supporting the content that's coming out here, which is good.
Yeah. I like to get involved with the community so far. All my interactions with people, super nice. I'm learning as much as I can. You as well. I appreciate the fans out there and the players, reaching out to us, giving us a little more of a background history on their squads, like you said earlier, from Team 9. So definitely encourage it. If you got something you want us to kind of talk about, you want to teach us a little something, let us know. Our DMs are open all day long. Welcome on into the stream, ladies and gentlemen. This is game number 1 here of the North America semifinals for the PUBG Club Open 2019.
Yeah, it's going to be a banger of a day too. There's so many good squads. Every time the camera swaps, we're on another great squad, another top contender. This time we're on Revenants, who...
See, those are horns.
Those are horns,
Those are horns.
So, Espinoza, he was in the kill leaderboard for so long.
This is from group stage.
This is from group stage, yeah. He hasn't played a game in the semifinals yet. This is his first go around. 364 damage. I'd take that if I was playing in this tournament.
I mean, 364 got them on the kill leader.
Yeah.
Board, so I forget how many kills that they actually ended up having. Did they finish the group stage with the top 5?
I think he fell off towards the end a little bit.
Like the last match, right?
Yeah, it was definitely the last day that he got overtaken. But for the first 5 days, I'd say, he was very up there. He was dominating.
First place.
So hopefully he can recapture his form, because Revenants will probably need it today if they're going to post up a good start. As we see some sprays going down, this is going to be The side
Omen
of
Elite.
Omen, yep. Azute, one of their little star players they've got going on.
Yeah, I've been seeing. I know we keep talking about it, but the social media games popping off. Zute has been sick the last couple days,
Oh,
so
really?
I believe they are feeling a little better. You would hope
good.
so here, performing on their first matches of the day. They were trying to catch Cloud9 out on that rotation, but Cloud9 were able to get out of dodge. Cloud9 breaking the curse yesterday.
Yeah, they broke
Thank
the curse.
goodness. I had to pray so many times before bed to the PUBG gods, and I'm thankful that they did break the curse and they had like a 20 banger right behind
it was a big one.
So
dropped a 20 bomb on them.
definitely made up for all those unfavorable circles that I was giving them. Unfortunate,
Yeah,
but
you were really
it's
handing
done
them
now.
L's.
Yeah, it's done now. I'm done handing them out, so everybody's gonna be on the same playing field as we move forward.
Oh, that's good. They're just going to find themselves just south of hospital in the compounds around there. It looks like they've got some pretty decent loot. 2 first aid kits, 8 bandages. That's all right. Got some assault rifles too as they are moving in.
Yep, they are gonna be pulling up the hospital. It's a decent location.
Yeah, Cloud9 were very unlucky yesterday not to walk away with 2 chicken dinners, in fact.
It was
It was
game
ju-
4, right?
Yeah,
No,
game 3, the Vikendi, where
Oh, the heal off.
off. Oh, I thought Percocets had it.
Yeah, what happened?
but
I tried to figure out
I
what
don't know.
happened.
I wanted to go back and watch the VOD. I didn't end up managing to get to do it last night, but I believe he might have just missed time to heal, like just maybe missed a tick or something.
See, that's what you say.
Yeah.
All right? That was what I thought at first as well. But then I went back and watched the VOD. The blue zone actually does more damage the further you are away from the center. So
He's
looking
just
back
out.
at the VODs, we had one member from 9 behind that wall, and then we had Percocets, I feel like a little further away.
Yeah.
So
no,
they
definitely.
were taking more damage compared to the Temple Storm member, Enigma, and the Team 9 member. So
It's
that's
so
what ended up
unfortunate.
happening. Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe some untimed meds contributed to it, but they were definitely taking more damage to the blue right there.
That's so unfortunate. Unlucky, but they made up for it in the next game.
It was a good finish.
It was a good finish. It was a thriller over finish.
Yeah.
If you didn't catch that, you better go on to that PUBG Mobile Esports YouTube channel and catch it.
Game 3.
Game 3, the ending.
yesterday.
Yeah.
Day 1, the semifinals.
Yep, it was day 1 of the semifinals.
Today's day
and
2.
It was a good day. It is day 2. We will be a third of the way through as we have 6 semifinal days to sort out who is going to progress. The top 16 teams in NA will be decided after 6 days of semifinal play.
And I feel like that's a fair amount of games.
Oh yeah, you get
to
16
kinda
teams.
seed them out.
Oh, 16 games.
Yeah,
13.
that's definitely. I feel like that's a LAN. That's a LAN event practically. It's preparing them for the LAN at least.
Yeah, exactly.
So
it.
that's another thing that I really enjoy with this setup that we got going on is that they started from groups. Well, actually, was it opens too before this? I don't know. It started from groups being broadcasted, semifinals, and then the finals, all online. But if you can make it through those 3 different stages, the experience that you're going to have as a team moving forward into the finals, it just sets you up for success, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, you play so many games. You play, what's that, 28 games between the groups and the semifinals alone, and you play another 10 in the finals. So that's 38 games you'll have under your belt as a team. So you have plenty of time to gel and bond, and those teams that maybe, like Team 9, have just started off as a team together for this tournament. By the time they'll have 38 games under their belt by the time it's all said and done, if they make it through to the finals. And that will give them time to work out any kinks they have in communication, gameplay style, that really will be gelling together as a team.
Not only that, it allows the teams to also learn the other squads.
Yeah, little metas will develop.
Yeah, exactly. So I like to see it. Next circle is going to pop. Nothing too crazy. Couple squads in the north. We saw 6 Angry Men. They did drop Zarky. They're going to need to kind of figure out a way on how they are going to be safely crossing Georgia Pool Bridge, maybe the water. We see Cream up there as well. So we'll have to pay attention to kill feed. Hopefully no one gets taken out on rotations this early on.
That's a common drop too for the side of 6 Angry Men. We've seen them do that time and time again. Unfortunately, because the circles have been heading south so often, southwest, they've been caught in Georgia Pole a few times napping and getting traded on the rotations. We haven't seen that many northern circles of Roshawk actually, which is quite sad for 6 Angry Men, as it would definitely help them out a bit. On board with tempo now as they're looking around, trying to decide where they want to rotate, but they managed to find themselves a nice compound, park their vehicles quite nicely. Got some Deflate to play with too. They might be on a little bit of a split here, as we do have a Groza early on in the day.
That's north of Roshawk, I believe. I don't think anyone's going to be able to pick this one up as super far out the way. Unfortunate. It is a nice little care package, especially with those level 3, the med kit, but
Pretty high value.
Pretty high value, exactly.
Oh, Alucard getting a nice snipe knock onto one of the Euphoria guys, but it is that stage of the game where it can be quite difficult to confirm this kill as he's rattling off more shots already. He did manage to find himself an adrenaline syringe, which was quite nice.
Waiting for them to just stand still and stick the revive. Looks like they will be able to get the revive from behind the tree. This is going to be Euphoria's first game here in semifinals, so definitely the pressure is turned on, and we were just talking about 6 angry men. Looks like, unfortunate for Pika, they will be rotating right into Spacestation Gaming.
Yeah, you don't want to be finding 6-less. He's had a pretty good start to the semi-finals, and he's looking to continue that on. Spacestation, one of those teams that you'd expect to dominate this tournament, really. And they had got off to a bit of a slow start. Oh, of course, he's got a VSS with an extended mag on it already.
Yep, first blood, too. Going
First
over
blood?
to
Yep.
6-less. First kill of the day.
Good start to him with his Hello Kitty pan. Only a level 1 Vacuum P, though, so he's going to want a bigger backpack to put the team in.
Oh, if they hear that, they're going to...
Well, you can't really say that. He's got Rolex on the team, so Rolex is a big fragger as well. I mean, all of them really do. I mean, Juicy's in the kill leaders and 6-less isn't, so maybe 6-less is in the backpack at the moment.
Whoa! You're just digging your hole even deeper.
I'm just throwing shots when I might as well shoot everyone while I'm going at it.
You're just digging your hole even deeper right there. So all the teams are going to be fairly center here. Wouldn't be surprised if we see Chris trying to take out some tires. Here's 9. We were talking about them earlier. Looks like they will be catching the Revenants on their rotation right on the edge of the circle. This is not the start you want to see as the Revenants. I believe they did lose 2 members right there. I don't know if the other squad members are continuing to survive. Here they are. Yep, they're still going to be on the rotation over here.
Certainly will
surviving.
So Revenants already off to a rough start. We also saw 6 angry men getting some players knocked out as well.
We lost the team.
We lost the team. I'm not sure if we had 16 to start the game because I can't remember any team going out. So it might have just been that we have lost a team in general and we're only playing with the 15, which means there'll be more room for activities for all the teams involved.
Next circle is going to pop up. That's a pretty southern shift. Almost a hard shift. Not quite. Not touching the blue, but Ignite, they're going to be happy as they are pretty center. Cloud9 finally not going to be forced. It's got some nice shocks on it.
It's got some shocks on it.
It's got some shocks for off-roading. Cloud9, they're going to be fairly happy with this as they will not have to rotate. Finally going to be paying off. But talk about teams trying to transition right here. Tribe looks like they might be pinned up against Cream as they do decide to wrap all the way north of Mount Everest.
Yeah, it's a long rotation for these teams are going north of Everest. They'll come just south of Hospital. There's a lot of fields there as well, so maybe the compound or the car compound will get built and fortified, as we saw another Grozer. Spacestation Gaming might have actually collected that, which would be very handy for them.
I believe they'll probably put on Angry. I feel like Angry is always the aggressor with the squad. Angry is always in the front, the entry fragger, so that would be a nice weapon for them.
Certainly would be a very powerful weapon to have on your entry fragger. Prolter is just struggling with this buggy a little bit, but he will manage to get it going. He's finding himself on top of a little hill.
Latinos Unidos. We saw them in North George. They were the last squad to rotate on into circle number 2. Wildcard taking some shots on Simplicity.
It's like one of the Cloud9 players was knocked by an Ignite spray down, but don't know if it's going to be able to be finished off as Simplicity are getting into the Wildcard members who are split. They are in a 2-2 split. Oh, no, they're not. They're just over the hill.
Two of them are bleeding out.
2 of them are bleeding out quite fast as Tempo and Spacestation Gaming are trading blows. Looks like they both want this radio tower. And it looks like only one can have it, really.
Yeah, this is going to be
Spacestation Gaming has some flanks here as well, so maybe Tempo just try and bail out of this as quickly as possible. Try and find somewhere new to house themselves. Does look like they have the radio tower or the golf ball tower, whatever you want to call it.
I feel like they might have bailed on Nico just a little too quickly there. Nico definitely calling for a pickup to pull back.
Pretty sure Nico's the IGL.
Yeah.
I can almost certainly remember that.
Yeah. So looks like they are going to be pulling off this. Very smart. They should be able to get these compounds and have some nice cover, some nice sight lines onto Space Station. So I wouldn't doubt it if we continue to see the 2 squads kind of skirmish it out now with this long-range battle that we have over here. Circle is going to be closing on in. As I was mentioning, Latinos Unidos, they are going to be on the coast there, like their play style so far. A lot of teams, they have some decent space to work with. Two squads that I feel like should be popping off soon. Here we go. Yep, Omen, Elite, and Tribe right here on the edge.
Ooh.
Memo with a nice off angle. Might be able to pop off onto Carnage. Carnage, as we just saw, was spotted, I believe, by Seagut, but I think some third-party actioning is unfolding.
There could be some third-party action there from the side of Cream, weighing in on the conversation, tipping it towards the scales of Omen. As one of their players did get knocked, they weren't able to rush in and start the aggression. It was a little bit too far to rush, and not exactly the most pressure, as they are in the northern side of the zone. The next zone has popped, and they are still in it. It is more of a northern shift. Those Latinos Unidos players you were highlighting earlier have found themselves in a fantastic area of the map, as there are a lot of teams moving in from the south. They'll have to rotate straight past Latinos Unidos, and that beach can be an easy place to spray down cars, as there is no defilate really for them to dip out of line of sight in.
Yeah, we just saw C9 on the mini-map. They were pulling up to the Latinos Unidos compound. I believe they were receiving some shots and then quickly made a U-turn, go back to the southern edge. A lot of teams are going to be wrapping up into the south, so C9 will need to be careful. Here we are looking at Space Station Gaming using the swamp as cover as they try to push on in over here. They will be receiving some shots from Cream Esports, taking some shots out there as well. So a lot of teams. We still got 15 alive here. Look at the mosh pit right now of players. Cloud9, they are in a pretty decent position here. They might be getting pushed up by Simplicity, so they will need to defend against that.
Yeah, they've got Simplicity right at their doorstep. The last few players, or the last player from Wildcard is making a dash for it, but you'd think that he'd go out pretty soon trying to make that rough cross. We got to see all these teams spewing in. That nade is going to be just off the mark. Tribe are getting stuck into Omen.
Infinex right behind Simplicity.
Oh, Beowulf can get a nice spray here. Does manage to dodge it just with the deflate, but
there's another vehicle coming.
There is, yeah, one more vehicle, but he does avoid the Cloud9 line of sight. As you can see in the kill feed at the moment, Space Station Gaming's rotation hasn't been exactly as they planned. Omen and Tribe are going at it, hammer and tong, as Infinex have found themselves some safe refuge, but for how long? Rolex now appearing in the kill feed onto Tempo, so he's gone down again. Spec has found him. Team 9 have been the ones really winning out this engagement, as I've seen them get several kills. Not sure if they have been confirmed. There is just action popping off all over the map. On board with Infinex now, as they're kind of overseeing the situation. Team 9 have found themselves high ground, and we know high ground is king in any PUBG map.
Yep. Space
Station Gaming, Juicy does go straight out. And we've lost two teams. Euphoria look like they've gone out pretty quickly. Team Unnamed might have picked them up. And that's a good start for Team Unnamed.
Team 9 right over there on the high ground, like you mentioned. I believe some people call that Shark Tooth.
Shark Tooth, okay.
On the coast.
It does
nice,
look like a little
yeah,
shark
nice little hill over there. They are going to be taking some shots at Infinex, I believe, and Wildcard, so they should be able to pin them down for the time being. I'm still surprised that Russell and Goose are still over here, right? Because for a second there, it looked like Beowulf was starting to get the grenades out, try to take them down, but then Infinex definitely distracting them for the time being. I mean, C9, they're just taking shots all over the place. Looks like they will be popping some tires over there from the Unnamed. Russell trying to land up some shots with the mini.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he's going to connect with those shots, as Goose is also there. Russell both going at it. Sixless has gone down and out.
Hate to see it.
Tribe and Space. So is that Space Station gone, actually, in 13th place? So not the start to the day that they would have wanted, but
the Circle, a couple kills.
Yeah, the Circle hasn't really been too kind to them, as they usually go around Yasnaya, loot around there, and then rotate. This is about as far away as Yasnaya as you can get. Circle is closed in once more. It's headed inland, so Tempo are looking pretty decent. There are some Cream players crashing the middle of the circle, so they found themselves nice and early in the middle. But the action's kicking off. 44 alive, 12 teams.
Yeah, this is in the bottom corner, we can see the Omen, Elite, and Tribe. They've been taking shots at each other for the last two circles. Finally, they're going to be forced to move, so whoever wins this fight will obviously dictate on who gets to survive moving forward.
This is Cloud9 crashing into the Latinos Unidos guys, who have been in a good position for the majority of the game. Cloud9 probably going to have to choose to blow up that car, because it is a walking time bomb, or rolling time bomb. That's a great nade.
Oh, no,
it's
on themselves.
No.
A self-nade in the shack.
Oh, disaster struck.
Is F's in the chat right there. That might be it for the Latinos. Unidos right there. The misplay will allow C9 to push up into the shack. Beowulf's going to be taking some jump shots, trying to land the last shot onto Da Vinci. And here comes the third party. from Cream. Cream just took out Cloud9 as well from the center position here. Woo!
Wow, what a fight that is. Latinos Unidos so unfortunate to get knocked out there, but the self-nade really not paying off. Cloud9 getting third-partied, of course, as Tribe are on the outside of the circle. This fight versus Omen Elite is come and bite them back on the behind because they need to start moving. This circle is no joke. And you see Omen dropping players left, right, and center too, but they are getting the better of this engagement. The longer time ticks out, the better it is. The Omen player is closest to the circle. You're going to see Tribe start to move. Yeah, but he's not going to be able to heal up. Omen are all gone. They are out.
Outsiders
so Tribe
should bleed out.
live the fight, but for how long you'd think he's gone. So that is going to be Omen and Tribe both dropping out. Mutually assured destruction is for them. As we see teams such as Infinex doing well. Team 9 still have a lot.
Yeah.
Tribe,
They just went out there.
Wildcard, last player just gets picked off. So we're into our final 5 now. Team 9. We got
still alive.
Ignite as well. So
9 kills.
9 kills. So they've started their day incredibly well already.
Look at this.
Minwoo has been one of the players actually that was mentioned to me as being a bit of a star player in a previous title on mobile, and he's transferred over to mobile PUBG incredibly well, and you can see that already as he's lighting up the kill feed.
They're definitely coming in here trying to prove something, and the last 2 days super consistent when it comes to making it into the late game with 4 alive.
Everyone has 4 alive. Ignite, Cream, Infinex, Team 9, Tempo Storm. Cream,
yeah.
Ignite, and Team 9 were...
Ignite right here in the circle. They're the only squad favored in the next circle.
Okay, this is interesting. So it is moving a little bit more towards that swampy area. It's not the easiest rotate for Team 9. In fact, they have the hardest.
Yeah.
They have their work cut out.
It seems like they're spotted by Cream right now.
Cream definitely knows, taking shots over that little ridge line. That does leave your head very vulnerable, so you can get tapped down pretty easily. But they have smokes and they have cars, so they can choose to make a quick rotation. Yeah, as
looks like Infinex is already trying to send it as well. Yeah,
they've left 1 player behind. That's their insurance policy, but Team 9 might actually find them out if they're not careful.
I feel like Team 9, by the way that they're moving, just can't seem to make up their mind. They were trying to shift down south. They were receiving some fire. Then we saw them go back up to north, also receiving fire from Cream. So they're going to need to make up their mind here very quickly and decide which team in which area they want to crash and take the fight to. And it looks like they will be traveling down right on top of Infinex. But here's Tempo Storm trying to run.
Oh, it's a nice knock.
The swamp over here with the drive-by should be able to take over this Harry Potter tower.
Yeah, the Wizzy T is a nice place to be at the moment. There's a little bit of high ground and a lot of cover. It's inside the zone too, so Rain is definitely going to be looking to take over this. Nades do fly in. Those nades should be able to finish off that player inside the Wizard Tower. It does. So Ignite have lost a player despite having the best position, and they've got another knock. Tempo are on a bit of a charge. 6 kills to their name so far. They're going to look to make that 10 by taking out Ignite. Or 9, as they already have taken 1 out. They are inside the circle, and they're looking good. Team 9 have managed to find 1 player at least inside the circle.
Amazing.
So that's fantastic work for them. He must have been on the move pretty early on.
Ignite with only 3 alive right here. Chaos just healing on up after that Wizzy T pull up.
Yep. Pulling up on the Wizzy T is a hard thing to do sometimes, but managed to get the spray in the moving vehicle. Team 9 have a bit of a separation here as they've got 2 angles. Infinex might get pinched by that if they're not wise to it. As this Tempo Ignite fight will be one to decide that eastern side of the zone. Cream have managed to sneak their way in quietly with their smoke wall, so they're still a big player in this game. Team 9 now getting knocks. That's a double nade knock actually onto Infinex. That might even have been a triple, but the nades are rolling out. And Infinex look like they're in a bit of strife. That crossfire might come into play.
I feel like whatever squad between Tempo and Ignite win that engagement, they are setting themselves up for the takedown here. Cream, they're in that field. Yes, they have some smokes, but they're going to have the most challenging time, in my opinion, to make it into late game, just based off of positioning alone. Chaos will be taking some shots. We see how 9 is also separated, right? They got Clue right there, creeping and crawling. Isle over there right next to Ignite, so it is going to be interesting to see. I like how they spread apart, right?
Yep.
So, ooh.
Infinex are down to 1 player.
Taking some sneaky shots.
This
is
a
weak fields right here.
And this will be 12th kill on the board for Team 9, but their sneaky man has
just
got taken out.
Just trying to mow down the grass over here, trying to connect on to Chris.
Oh, Chris has got the connection though.
We'll be spotting them, taking them down and out. I believe 9 have 1 more player still up, still surviving.
It's a sneaky snake, but he's not long for this world as Tempo have found him. So 12 kills for Team 9, but they'll drop out in 4th place. Not a bad result for them to start the day. That will be 20 points in the bank, you'd assume. As that Grozer is going to put in work. Tempo Storm are now finding their feet, finding squads, as that's 2 players now knocked for the side of Cream on this rotation. They're going to be able to finish these kills off as well. Tempo are absolutely dominating this final circles, as they've found 3 kills onto the Cream squad that were 4 strong just a moment ago. Watch out, Ignite. Tempo on the charge. You don't want to be meeting their crosshair at the moment. They are 4 strong on the side of Tempo. Ignite is their biggest threat. There's 2 players alive, one from Cream and one from Infinex. That is Chris. But both of those players are going to have zone pressure very soon. Chris, as you can see in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, is already taking it.
Spec trying to get the flank onto Cream. I like the play, but we'll need to be careful because there's 2 members of Cream out there and not only 1 member of Cream. We're watching Spec right now, going to be connecting those shots over there. So we got 2 solo players, one from Cream, one from Infinex, and then Ignite.
Yeah, they know where this Cream player is, though. They know where his general location is, as they've killed 3 players from his squad just there, so they're really trying to flush him out.
There goes one of the solos.
Ignite's flushed out the last Infinex player. That was Chris, and now we're down to 3. 3 from Ignite still alive, but it is Tempo Storm with all of the momentum, you'd say.
Yeah.
Oh, this last Cream player is so very close to Cloud9, and he spots the play with a nade. That'll be a brave. He does stand up, but he is spotted instantly, and he will be traded out instantly. But Tempo have dropped 1 player, and they're getting very low. That Uaz is still alive as well, so that could be used as a car bomb. Essentially, if they're not careful, as another knock comes out for Tempo. So this isn't going to be all Tempo's way, as Ignite are putting some heavy pressure into them.
Mini red zone right here.
Oh, that's a lot of nades.
Tempo can survive through these grenades. The damage is coming out right now. We see Molly.
Oh, it's more.
There goes a knock.
There's more, and Infinex, not Infinex, sorry, it is Ignite that have managed to finish the game off by getting a 4K on Tempo almost instantly. So fantastic work for them to hold their nades, hold their utility, and use it at the exact right time. Tempo looked to be dominating those final circles, but all of a sudden, Ignite explode and explode Tempo.
Literally exploded.
It literally exploded them.
I saw about maybe 5 grenades from them, 2 mollies.
Of course, there is no
Ignite.
red zone in the competitive setting.
They just made the red zone.
They just made a red zone. They made it rain with grenades.
Tempo, they were grouped up fairly close to each other, you know, using the UAS as cover right there. So it kind of allowed Infinex or Ignite to concentrate their mini red zone, one would say, and that splash damage. But let's head over to the highlights from this game today. Starting from the beginning, 9 taking non-stop action when it comes to the fights. They were able to place pretty high there, so I like to see that. I don't know how many kills they have. We'll have to see.
They got 12, I think.
12 kills? Okay.
Nuts.
This was
unfortunate.
Mishap for Latinos Unidos. Yeah, that backfire of the grenade, I believe they were trying to toss it through the window, not aiming correctly, will be taken out. At least they only took out one of them, because all 4 of those members were in that shack.
Yeah, it can be quite unfortunate. That's the risk versus reward of cooking those grenades too, because if he didn't cook it, then his teammates would have had ample time to run away. This was Tempo Storm laying some hurt onto Ignite, but Ignite weathered the storm quite well. As Chris was sneaky in the grass, taking out a few Team 9 players, managed to get 2 kills there, I believe, so he did a pretty good job. This was Nico with that Groza, really laying on the hurt to Cream. I feel like he cleaned up at least 2 of those kills. We saw a damage stat pop up for him, 487 in the first game. That is a lot of damage in any regard. Yeah, this was the red zone coming through. You could look in the picture-in-picture, you see the UAS blowing up and really knocking them all down.
Yeah, I wonder if the UAS blowing up did more damage to them initially than the grenades blowing up.
Could have done. There were 2 players pushed right up against that UAS trying to take cover, take shelter, but that's the importance of blowing up those cards if you are going to use them for cover. I think they might have missed a trick there, Tempo Storm, because if they blew that car up, they weren't going to use it to rotate anyway. If they blew that car up, it might have been a bit safer for a bit longer, but you know, sometimes that stuff happens.
Well, here's the boards from game number 1. Ignite with 9 kills, going to be getting 20 points, so they're going to have 29 points with the chicken dinner, the first one here today. Tempo Storm almost clutching the chicken at the end. We saw non-stop violence this game, 11 kills, 14 placement points. Team 9, actually 12 kills right
fantastic
there.
work.
So they are going to be moving on up the leaderboards. Cream Esports, their first game here today. 5 kills, 10 points. Infinex, 6 and 8. Tribe Gaming, also their first game here as far as putting points on the board. 3 kills with 5 placement points.
Yeah, it was both Ignite and Tempo Storm's first showing as well, so they've come out of the gates hot and ready to
Hot and heavy.
ready to rumble. As we will flip over the scoreboard. Omen Elite closing it out with 5 points. Probably not the best start.
Not the best, but at least they're on the first page.
At least
right?
yeah, exactly. At least they're on the first page posting up some points. They can warm up and get into it. This was the second page of all of the players. So Revenants, Six Angry Men, Euphoria, Latinos, Unidos, the squads that lost out. Latinos, Unidos had a fantastic position for quite a while there, so unfortunately they weren't able to capitalize on it. Spacestation, Cloud9, the big names that are down here.
And Revenants.
And Revenants, yeah.
Their first game here, 1 point.
Not the way they want to start out. This is the leaderboard so far. The story is Team 9. They've accelerated their placing, and they are in third now with 69 points. Cloud9 continue to move, but not in a rapid rate because they didn't have a fantastic game. Space Station and Pittsburgh dropped due to Team 9 having a decent game, or a fantastic game, actually.
And then, of course, we see a couple other teams that are not playing today. They're going to be on the sidelines today watching their lead drop, one would suspect here. So the Unnamed, you mentioned, 8th place. Here we go, Infinex, they are playing today. First game of the day for Knight and Temple Storm. Already going to be finding themselves in 10th and 11th position here. Not too bad for one game into semifinals.
Yeah, Tempo Storm racking up 11 kills. You'd be happy with that. If they can keep these points average, I mean, it is a big ask, as Ignite did take home the chicken dinner.
Yeah.
They'll be definitely sitting pretty. You're looking for about 70 points in that first day, and you'll be sitting very comfortable.
70 points? Okay, that's going to be the
mark.
threshold. They're already at 29 and 25, so they're definitely working their way on up there. 3 more games to go for these teams. We're going to toss it back down to the last page here in just a second. Six Angry Men having decent position there. They kind of just fell apart. I feel like they got caught off because they took a little too long to rotate on into circle number 4. Here we go, 17th through 24th. So Revenants all the way down there at the bottom. Euphoria all the way down there at the bottom. Omen, Elite. Nothing to be worried about now with only 1 game. But at the end of today, after 4 games played, if they find themselves down here still, they're going to need, they're going to, whoa, not start, oh, I thought you said packing.
No, panicking, no.
I was going to say maybe hit the drawing board, right, and come up with something new. I thought you said packing for a second. I was
no,
like,
not just yet. They're only 4 games out of 16 if they find themselves. Yeah, so there is plenty of time, even for teams such as HQA and B2W, to climb yourself up the rankings. Excellent start, though, for some of the teams. Obviously, we are going to see these squads in the bottom end start to
they only have
move
1
up.
game.
They're only have 1 game in, so they have plenty of opportunities to push themselves up. This is the top 24 teams in the region as well, so the lobbies are heavily competitive. Speaking of competitive, it is the kill leaderboard, as Percasas and Beowulf have equaled themselves up. 13. Tensa on 13 as well.
I wonder if there's like a within the team bet.
Bit of rival. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, that's
against the 2. Like, oh, I'm going to beat you today. Or Percocet is like, nah, Beowulf, I got this. I'm going to be the top fragger today. So it's always good to have little mini games as well to keep you motivated, to keep it fresh, and to keep you on the edge of your seat when it comes to stealing each other's kills.
Yeah, maybe Jack, the owner, will buy them a nice steak dinner or chicken dinner if they top the boards. That'd always be nice.
Yeah, I think after 2 days, if you top the boards, you deserve some nice chicken.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah. Big chicken dinner.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm getting hungry. Hopefully you're getting hungry talking about all this chicken over here. So we're going to give you a break so that you can go to the fridge, get some chicken, maybe order some chicken, and then make sure you come right back because we have 3 more games to go. Don't go nowhere. This is North America Semifinals.
PUBG Mobile Team Deathmatch. Anytime, anywhere. There is a better choice. deathmatch. A quick game for those short breaks. There is a better choice.
Totality is getting into the mix. HH24 goes down. That's a big loss for them. They are pushing pretty hard. Method, one man alive. He's going to manage to clutch it up. Monarch has him. 9 players, does bleed out. Don't know who's just lurking on the other side of this window. So they get
the
him.
head might have been popping right through the corner of the window. Spotted, taken down and out.
Sixers finishes him off.
Oh, Rolex trying to...
Oh, gets the spin on him too.
Yeah,
the next player is so
crouch.
low. He will get that.
Oh,
There's
another
one player
one.
left. One player left from ATP. 2 will come down to essentially who third parties who. As
Next circle's up.
Smokeball comes out. Cloud9 have actually spotted Spacestation Gaming in the grass, and they've killed 3 almost instantly.
1G, super quiet right now. I don't believe they know 1G's here. 1G has just been chilling for the time being. 1G's was right there. 1G's going to be popping out, taking some shots at Russell. Russell's going to be knocked down and out. Here comes the next person. Doc trying to get the 1-up on 1G. 1G's going to take down 2.
The pan. Oh, it's the nade. Oh no, it's just a smoke, just a smoke, just a smoke. He doesn't know. He does not know. The Mad Dog lies.
Yeah.
Are they just going to leave him?
I think they might.
Oh, they've given him a smoke as well.
That's so good for him.
Is this a 5-player team? What are we seeing here?
A few moments later.
And IND are just giving...
Oh no, he's going to spot that.
No, he does.
Surely he didn't.
Come on, Slayer.
Oh my goodness.
It's in your namesake. You've got to take him down, son.
No
Mad Dog's
way.
still there. This guy is literally free soloing right now.
He's solo squad.
12 seconds later.
Around here, Salty Squad also taking down Godlike, and they've done a great job to stay into it. But can Mad Dog just stay here? He is now.
Do you think he can jump in the vehicle? If he gets in?
It will be. Oh no, he's actually taking the shot.
Oh, is it? Oh, he's not quite able to get the knock. First one swaps weapon, looking for Slayer.
Ooh, we almost got a run over there. We got
Grego. Oh, the fake out, make out over here.
He's turning on him.
Oh, the jukes are real right now. Grego, can Grego connect over here? If I was Grego,
He's giving it up.
no,
No, he hasn't. He's
take it
juke
off.
back. He's coming
Yeah,
double back,
he's going
fake
back,
it.
back.
Cool.
Oh, this is it.
Oh, it has to be.
Oh!
Got him! God, he's
There
knocked
we
over.
go.
He's got to get out and give him the BML. Not
just chilling like near the circle. They don't want to get into any fights, especially they have executors on the same city right there, so maybe just gonna chill. And that was close. That was interesting.
Yeah, because the Nas will be dropped.
Look at this.
Justice falling in. DDS is in a lot of trouble here, but Justice gets shot upon by Yai. He's one of the players trying to run away, but he still actually hits a 3. Now he will be put out and will be sprayed down, and they will be able to knock him down on the floor.
The teams that are right at the bottom. Has he not spotted Nico though? Yeah, he's just a little bit hidden. Oh, now he's gonna have spotted him. Yeah. How can he not have done? He gets over the wall before he gets knocked. Fantastic.
Does get a lot of damage on the trade, but the red cannons are all over this movement at the moment.
And there they go, Critical Esports out in number 15. Actually, no, it's not even the team we're watching. That's a different team altogether, but...
Ooh, that does a fair bit of damage too, knocking these players to half HP. That Molotov they threw in previously does get a knockout. This might be the signal to go. Pushing in here. There is one player just sitting on the deck, knocked out. But the Molotov is actually burning himself with it, so this is a Molotov he dropped down earlier.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Things are getting heated in here as Ignite will be taking the first chicken dinner of today. This is the North America semifinals. I'm Mustache Dave, joined with Smash Shouts.
Certainly are.
Great game one.
It was a great game one. And if you're a Pubg and didn't catch the game one, then you need to get onto the YouTube channel, the PUBG Mobile Esports YouTube channel, and get onto it. Watch the finishes, watch all the highlights. It's fantastic stuff. And if you want to make your own highlights, Dave, you need the game to do that, don't you?
Yep.
So you can download that on the iOS App Store and Google Play for free, completely free. Get stuck in, start playing, get to work. And if you put enough work in, maybe you find yourself in the PMCO at one stage.
$2 million cash prize, baby.
That is a lot of dollary dues.
Just for downloading a free game.
Yeah, just for downloading and owning in a free game, alright? You got to own.
Oh, you don't just download it.
Well, no, you got to download it, play it, then you start owning.
And own it. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So Twitch chat popping off this last game. They were talking about what is choking.
What is choking, Dave? Do you know?
I mean, not being able to breathe.
Well, okay, technically that is choking, but I mean, in a video game sense, it means where a team's in a dominant position and they forfeit their dominant position, and by is unforced errors is also a good way to put it. So, they commit unforced errors, give up their lead, and then they end up losing. So I don't think
we saw any of this game.
No, of course not.
Hopefully the chat doesn't pitchfork us for not
the
agreeing
choking
with them.
was the Latinos Unidos throwing the nade. That's like a type of choke, I guess, is like self-nading as a team aggresses on you. You're kind of like, you're panicking.
You calling that a choke?
That's kind of a choke, man.
I call that a fat finger.
Okay.
It's a little less than a choke.
Yeah, okay.
It's a little less on the scale. So, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for keeping things entertaining on the breaks. I see lots of Tribe Gaming emotes being smashed right now in the Twitch chat. Make sure you continue spamming away. Let us know what squad you think will be taking home the second chicken dinner here on Sandhawk.
Yeah.
Getting caught off guard for a second. I was trying to figure out who's in charge of playing again. Probably Da Vinci, but let's get right into this.
Yeah, we're getting a straight north to south plane path. Everything is in reach, I guess. It is Sandhawk. It's a tiny map. Doesn't look like anyone will need to use vehicles to get to where they want to be either. We'll have to wait until that first circle does pop. Hopefully, I'm hoping. Well, we had a Paradise finish already. Maybe a Ruins finish would be nice. Give it lots of little narrow hallways in Ruins and little rooms, so it can be quite nice for some nade kills if people do throw them appropriately.
So we'll have to wait a couple moments, find out what's going on with that. But let's talk about tempo for just a moment.
All right. Oh, that's a nasty little circle.
One game in. Doing such a great job.
Yeah, Tempo and Ignite both doing a great job after one game in. Tempo will be very pleased with themselves, picking up 24 points. If they can get themselves to that 60-70 mark, that's a good first day. You don't need to light the world on fire on the first day like Cloud9 did. It does help, obviously, as it gives you a bit of leeway. As we already start to see some action kick off north of bootcamp. That is Chris getting the first blood. But no,
I think the expectations for Tempo is definitely high.
Oh, of course.
Because they've been winning some tournaments recently. They have gotten a back-to-back chicken dinner on the last day of the group stages.
Yep.
So they're definitely making headlines. They're gaining traction when it comes to the skill on the squad. We got Rain on the team, who's one of the best fraggers in North America. They were on Wildcard before this, so we actually have Wildcard in this lobby as well. So little rivalry going on amongst the teams. It's going to be interesting to see moving forward who will be crowned the victors of the first place spot here today. Will be Cloud9. They're trying to maintain that. Here's Wildcard. We were just talking about that earlier.
And he's down. That is one of the Latinos Unidos guys getting confirmed out by
Alucard stuck over here
with these fists.
They're kind of
all over
scattered
the place
right now. Yeah, maybe.
Not sure if we're
going for some trash loot.
Yeah, it looks like they have been forced out. Maybe they saw teams parachuting, they got better parachutes, and they decided to second-guess themselves and not usually go for their drop. Fear of teams dropping before them, getting the loot, then taking them out. Quite unfortunate for the Latinos Unidos. But that's the beauty of these groups, Dave, is the fact that sometimes you come up against a new lobby of teams and you have the same drop location as another team, and all of a sudden there's hot drops going on that are quite accidental. They're not on purpose, but it just happens because teams have the same loot location. As one of the 6 AM guys has taken a fall. That's Pika. Hasn't put his seat, but actually he's probably jumped off that cliff all wrong. So he's going to have to ask for his mate to come down and give him a hand.
Yeah, I mean, having a rough game 1 when it comes to leaderboards
Yeah.
and gathering points, definitely don't want to be losing a member right now. We are going to be checking out Cloud9 at Paradise Resort. Nobody's going to be around them for the time being, but if they do decide to rotate over there to the west, they are going to need to
look at
push
that
to
fit.
Infinex. But we should just ask for it every day until we get it.
Yeah, look, PUBG Mobile, if you are in the chat, send us some Bape crates.
Or anyone in charge of
anyone in
their,
charge of, yeah.
I guess, social media, influencers, marketing.
Yeah.
What department do you think? Sponsorships?
Oh, technically
sponsorships, community
marketing.
managers.
Yeah, CM would probably. Well, CM might not have access.
They might be able to hook it up, though.
Yeah. It's either that or you give us one of these boats.
I'd rather have the Bape crate.
Is that a boat? You live in Florida, don't you? That's, you know, you can do all sorts of stuff with boats in
I
Florida.
already got a boat. You got to pay for docking slips.
Oh,
you got to
yeah,
put gas in it. Like, it can be expensive. I'd rather just swag out here.
Swag out with the Babe crate. Yeah,
Babe crate.
certainly want one of those Babe crates. Look at that. Look at that player doing the 180s.
Doing the 180s.
Whoop, whoop.
Making sure the coast is clear.
Yeah, looking the wrong way, though, as you're not expecting anything really out in the water unless he's looking for sharks or
Maybe
dolphins.
sharks. Maybe a crate. Maybe some sea turtles. Remember, we're trying to save
Oh, yeah,
the turtles.
we are trying to save those turtles.
I forgot.
We've been sharing straws.
Oh,
the
yeah,
whole
sharing
trip for
straws. That's what we've been doing. Save the sea
Yeah,
turtles.
yeah.
It is sad, though, when you see the turtles stuck in those Coke can.
Oh, like the
little
netting and
nettings.
the, like...
I haven't really
ring
seen one
tops,
of those
yeah.
recently. I think maybe we
Yeah.
stopped making them.
Yeah, I know, we have stopped making them. Especially for, like, the 6-packs where they're, like, had the ring top things. Oh, this is a little tuk-tuk.
Tuck.
I haven't been on one of those, and I kind of want to do one.
We got tuk-tuks here. We can ride to work.
Oh, really? Yeah, we can actually do.
There's
Well,
Pika.
they won't
were able
let
to get
us.
their vibe. They won't let us, but who cares? We'll just do it anyway.
Oh, I don't want to mess with Hao Chen, dude. He will chop me up.
Yeah. Well, talking about chopping up, Tribe Gaming. All right, they got a lot of chopping up in the chat.
Yeah,
When
the
it comes
tribe
to-
symbols are chopping up.
Yeah, chopping up the emotes in the chat. They were the old Lights Out squad before coming into group stage.
Wildcard found another
Oh,
member
man.
of Latinos Unidos,
Yeah,
so
what's
they
going
are
on here?
not faring too well on Sandhawk, unfortunately. But I mean, there is still an opportunity for them to take out some rank.
All right,
Get
but
some
back to my
placement
chopping
points.
up, though.
All right.
All right, before we were interrupted by
Boy.
the Latinos Unidos member there. I was told Memo is a
Yep.
thumb player
Okay.
and the IGL. So we don't really have a lot of thumb players here, at least from
It's
my
most claws,
understanding.
aren't
Yeah, that's the popular one. It's when
Yeah,
you use your
okay.
index and your thumb on both hands. But a thumb player only uses thumbs.
they? It's got some nimble thumbs then.
Exactly. So I wanted to get your take on. I'm sure you use thumbs.
Yeah, I'm a thumber.
So I wanted to get your take on. What do you think about that?
Well, I think that obviously the claw grip is probably the most optimal, right? Because you are having more contact with the screen. And if your brain is fast enough at processing things, you'll be able to have more actions per minute, just naturally, because 2 is better than 1. But
And
I guess
4 is better than 2.
It
you got
is.
4 fingers
Yeah,
on
it
the
is
screen.
4. So obviously, I think that's probably the most optimal way of doing things. But it is about a matter of training your brain, as if you are not a natural mobile game player, it is more natural to just hold it with your thumbs without your pointers on the screen. They must have a way of keeping the phone stable as well.
Yeah.
So I wonder if they have phone like holders.
I do, but
At
I
home.
don't know if you can use them. I
Yeah.
know there's like a thing you can put onto your phone that has paddles. That you can
Oh
just
no!
paddle away.
Don't start the paddle conversation, Dave.
Oh,
The paddle conversation is a sensitive
yeah.
topic, apparently,
Why is that?
because it's
I think it's illegal.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
nasty work, that paddle stuff.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
you got
didn't bring it up.
You didn't bring it up? No,
I use a paddle.
use the paddles.
Yeah.
Oh no, Dave, don't say it. Dave, don't do
it
it.
increased my skill. I'm able
Oh
to frag out.
no, Dave, no.
They're super cheap.
Yeah, they are cheap, but they're also nasty.
You just paddle away and pa 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 pa.
Yeah, I mean, it's super simple when you have little paddles on it, but
It's like a controller.
I believe the professional players are.
You can't use them.
Yeah, no, they're
But
very
I'm not a professional
disintegrated.
player, so
Oh, of course. Well, I mean, you could be
maybe in my free time I am.
if you get off the paddles.
I can't.
It's
get
like
off
having
the paddles.
training wheels.
I had training wheels till I was 10. All right, let me just put that
Alright.
out there.
That really goes with the stories of your bike troubles as well, actually, doesn't it?
Isn't that the normal age though for training wheels? 10. I feel like that's about normal. Come
no,
on.
I was. Yeah, I mean,
10.
I guess. Maybe that's a little old.
I was actually riding the big wheels at 10 still.
Oh boy.
You know the big wheels, the thing
Yeah,
that
yeah.
you sit on with the 3 wheels and the big ones, the 2 big tires in the back and the one in the front.
What?
You don't know what a big wheels is?
No,
It was
isn't the
painted
isn't the big wheel at the front?
It's 3 big wheels. That's
Three
why it's
big-
called the big wheels.
Okay, well, I mean, I just used a mountain bike and a BMX bike.
At 10? I guess
Yeah.
out there in Australia, you know,
Oh, we had, yeah, BMX bikes were pretty decent.
running with the kangaroos.
Yeah, I did live in a...
Do you get mad when people say that?
No, I don't,
Okay.
because where I lived when I was growing up, it was
There's
a case
actually
of... It
kangaroos.
was a case of that. It was a mining town, so...
I watch
lot of red dirt.
videos on YouTube when I'm not subscribing to the PUBG Mobile Esports channel. I watch videos of kangaroos actually boxing each other. Is that legit?
Oh, yeah, no, they're ferocious.
Okay.
Like, kangaroos, there's no fat on them. They're just big muscles, really.
Mm-hmm.
Because, really, there isn't any fat to eat. They don't have a fatty diet at all. And they're jumping around, and that constantly uses muscle. So if you see one of those big red kangaroos that stand up, they're about 2.5 meters tall. They...
Stay away.
Well, they're pretty docile creatures, right? They don't... Like, if you don't mess with them, they won't mess with you.
So if you poke
At
them
all?
in the eye, they'll kick you for the most
Yeah,
part.
of course. If you get kicked by a kangaroo, you're not getting up from that.
Oh,
At all.
yeah, knocked
Yeah, no.
out.
Yeah, no. You get your chest kicked in as...
Well, talking about getting kicked, not by a kangaroo, but a VSS shot over here. Tribe Gaming, they are going to be up here on the high
Nice
ground,
volley.
take some shots at 9 team. We were highlighting them from before, have been doing a pretty decent job here when it comes to the semifinals. Not actually decent, but great job because
Yeah,
they're
fantastic.
top 5. So Tribe Gaming looking to take them out here on the Sandhawk match with their suppressed weapons, trying to catch them off guard right here. Looks like we see Memo out there trying to get a nice off angle. One will be spotted.
Yeah, the trade
Trade's
comes in.
coming out.
This is an interesting fight because you don't really want to be fighting super early on into the game if you're either one of these teams. You're one of the ones that want to take it late. So having an engagement between these two teams early on is quite rare. So I don't know if it's going to be a full-blooded engagement. Tribe might decide to back off this after just doing a little bit of damage, knocking him around a bit. Tribe both of these teams do need to move into the zone. We see Tribe rotating north, in fact, so they might actually be able to cut them off here. This will be pretty devastating. Team 9 to run into the crosshairs. Yeah, Tribe are just waiting for this. They're waiting so patiently, and as these members rotate through this open field, they might get the line of sight on them. Running in front of that might be deadly. No. All right, he's fine for now. Tribe guys might have missed their window of opportunities. There is this small little hill defilate. You can see now on Outsider's point of view, he quite just can't make them out. He might have been expecting them to run on his side of that little ridge line, but they haven't. So 9 have dodged a bullet there, as these players from Tribe were moving quite early to try and make that interception. They will continue to spray down. That's another knock, in fact. This Tribe player is knocked, well, not knocked, but he's pinned down, but he's managed to worm his way out of it.
Should be able to get Seagut up, hopefully.
No, Seagut's been finished off.
Think so?
Yeah,
yeah, right there.
That's actually a third party coming in on this engagement at the back end.
Euphoria
you can see it now.
Gaming.
Euphoria, they mean business. They've heard the shots, and they've got themselves a position on the opposite high ground, but they are getting lit up again by another team. I believe it's Ignite finding Euphoria. Euphoria tried to poke the bear that was the Tribe. They've been answered in tow by Ignite, helping Tribe out.
Yep.
With the third-party action. So already we're seeing lots of third parties. It is a common feature of Sandhawk, especially when you are playing on these hills and not the compounds.
Yeah, Euphoria, they might have taken shots a little too early there. They saw some free points on the board when it comes to Tribe, but they're smack in between Tribe and Ignite, right on the edge. So it might have been a mistake not surveying their surroundings before doing that. So we'll alert Ignite. Ignite's going to be scoping down there. Looks like Tribe are going to be pushing back onto this right straight into one of the members of Euphoria. 9 were able to evacuate that skirmish. Here it is right here.
Memo dropping very low. He will get taken out, but his team is ready to trade him out.
Pulling up on the rock.
Euphoria won't be able to get this confirmed kill.
Right there with the reload. Oh!
He's juking him up. That will be Euphoria going out. Tribe have managed to secure it. Yeah, that crossfire was so deadly.
There's 9 in a Ronnie.
Yeah, they're all pulling up in the truck. Well, actually,
what'd you call them again?
Utes.
Utes.
Yeah, and we had the big discussion about utility vehicles and what.
Yeah, that's a pickup truck. It's called a Ronnie.
Ronnie.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to get into that conversation again.
No, I lose that conversation because I've just been schooled that our way of naming things is quite silly. AWM.
Ooh,
Circle's still big enough to play with that, really.
Yeah, that would be very good right here. Unfortunate no one's around for the time being. I believe Is that our last
Yeah, it is.
Latinos Unidos player?
just-
They've been in the water for some time
He'd
now.
be really wrinkly, actually.
Like a raisin.
Like a raisin. Yeah.
Going to be right underneath Cloud9. I don't think Cloud9 are aware of the raisin in the water quite yet. The raisin
No.
going to be looking good, though.
He needs to be
as
careful,
They
though.
are in a good position. Yeah, they could be spotted. Tempo Storm is to the west of this.
It'll be quite hard to spot him as he's kind of blending in, but what he needs to be careful of.
Yeah, but I mean, they keep bopping up and down like that.
Yeah.
I mean, think about the pressure right there. It's like, I got to go underwater so no one sees me. Then I got to take a quick breath. Then I got to go back under. Like, how long are they going to be doing that for?
Well,
is the question.
till the end of the game, really.
Yeah. What if it continues to circle onto them? That would be something
That would be
else.
fantastic.
Yeah.
That brings up my discussion, though, is having the gaming phone, like the phone just for playing PUBG Mobile on,
Okay.
and having the social phone. So he could just be popping up and down with his gaming phone and checking the Twitter sphere.
Us mobile people.
Yeah, I mean, if you're having a big org, right, or you're having some good funding or good support for your org, oh god, that's a risky
Tribe
one.
all in a vehicle.
I don't see why you wouldn't.
Have a gaming
Yeah,
and a social
like
phone.
just I don't know, not beg, but ask them for
And
a
a
gaming
phone for the parents.
Oh, parents, yes.
Parent phone.
Parents' phone, yeah.
Probably a food delivery phone as well to track your orders.
Well, you want to be able to track your orders, keep up with socials, play the game, and still have contact with your parents as well. Because parents don't fall under social phone, because that phone's for the club.
Yeah, that
And
the
you don't want
parents'
your
phone is always on silent unless
Yeah.
you really want to talk to them.
Unless you need picking
Something,
up from
some
somewhere.
money.
Or money, yeah. That's a common one. Oh, the shot is lined
Take
up.
it! Take it! Whoa!
Oh, he manages to vault inside. Team 9 escape with their lives once more. They've had a few close calls already.
That's a hate nade right there.
That is a
It
hate nade. That's a
super-
frustration
Yeah,
nade.
oh, take this! Oh my goodness.
You know what? Just for that, he should take the bape off. He doesn't deserve that.
Whoa, 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 whoa. You can't take the babe. Can't take the babe. Looks like 6 Angry Men. They're going to have 3 alive over here. They are going to be
Working
getting
their way.
close, nice and
Ooh.
personal. This is not in the new circle, so time is going to be against them.
I love the way
Need
that
to
9 are
keep
just
that in mind.
taking these aggressive angles as well. Obviously they know that this team is now in the same compound as them. But instead of all forming together and trying to run away, they've taken some off and aggressive angles. It has been heard, so Dat knows that someone is around, and you can see now with the player crossing over, jumping over the fence and getting away what you'd assume is safely. Stat didn't have his weapon ready to spray him down. Or
Might have one more chance here
maybe, but
with the golden AKM to match the babe.
he actually has a very clean fit. I am Myron, in the words of another Australian icon.
It's like King right here. Just trying to get as much information as possible. No reason to be super aggro here. But remember, I did mention none of this is in the new play area, so they are going to have to worry about that. And we saw up there on the high ground, there's actually a member overlooking this whole area.
Ignite and Tribe are swinging at each other, and one of the Tribe members has been knocked and thirsted. So lots of fighters continued on for quite a while. Tribe probably caught unawares of that Ignite player. Taking advantage of that. This Team 9 do have to rotate into the zone. They're right, it is at their back, and it is moving in pretty quickly. It's zone 3, so it will do a little bit of damage. It's an annoying amount of damage. It's not quite enough to make you panic, but it is enough to deplete the meds pretty quickly, as one of the 9 players has stayed back looking for some picks, and here we go. This is that high ground angle that you were talking about.
Yeah, I really like that 9. They didn't want to take the fight within the camp. Instead, they pulled on out to try to get a better vantage point, and now it looks like 6 Angry Men are the ones that are going to get stuck over there.
Yeah, it certainly is, as Ignite are still camping out Tribe. Tribe are camping out 6 Angry Men, and this is another Tribe player going down pretty quick, as Team Unnamed are starting to weigh in on the conversation, as they are on the highest of high grounds. That's Outsider that goes down to Team Ignite, our Game 1 winners. They're starting off well with 3 kills to their name already. But look at this. The last 6 AM player, Pika, is between all of the Unnamed squad, who are king of the mountains at the moment.
Yep.
And we still have Team 9 that need to push up around that area. So, oh no, their King G is still in play.
The good thing is that the next circle did
So
pop.
Pika is down.
And it's
out.
not too far from King G. So if King G can just try to make it on in and avoid 9 from taking them out, they should be able to snake their way on into this new
It's gonna
zone.
be a big ask.
Going prone right here, it's very difficult. They don't want to be spotted. They're going to be spotted right there. I mean, remember, they took shots at 9 first. They kind of alerted them earlier on. So 9, they didn't want this one to go off scot-free. I see Bucky all the way up there.
Big book.
Hearing these shots from Clue. Clue's going to be...
Oh, that's a beautiful
taking
spray
down
down.
Bucky.
Clue. You
That
animal.
was, yeah, that was something else. They should be able to get Bucky up. I don't know. Bucky's bleeding out, though. They are going to be making the push. This is the exact moment that they needed to open
look
this
at Raven,
up.
though. Raven's on a beautiful off angle. If he just waits for them to crest this ridge, there we go. He starts to take the shots into 9, and they have nowhere to really run from this, because if they run from Raven, they're running into Jules. This is Raven spraying down one of the 9 players. Can't quite get the connection. He does get the connection. Firing back shots, R9. The last player of Tribe is on the low ground. He might be able to weigh into this as well, as Lucas is pushing down into 9. Raven has called that I have the angle, push them into my angle, and they are. 9 is dropping like flies, and that just might be them done as they find themselves in a beautiful crossfire from Unnamed.
Yeah, I mean, they had to push up the hill.
Yeah, they did.
Team Unnamed, they had a crossfire going on both the rocks. When Bucky went down, I feel like that crossfire was definitely weakened, and that might have been the end of it. But Raven back there on that off angle definitely caught him off guard right there. Phenomenal play from Team Unknown. They set that up so well.
Yeah, they did.
That was planned.
It was perfect.
Yeah, that was planned pretty good here. And they should be able to get some loot off of Team 9 right there and continue pushing on forward, as they are going to be in the next zone. So I'm interested to see if they could clear out the Revenants now, as they are going to be looking down sights. Hey, Chacho, still alive, still in the water, still swimming.
So this is a big fight, actually, in terms of the games. This is Spacestation Gaming onto Cloud9. One of Cloud9 members did fall. I believe that was our kill leader, Percasas, as we've seen Beowulf taking a fall as well. So that's the 2 kill leaders in the lobby at the moment on the deck. Beowulf will be able to be revived. Cream are in the area, a little bit too far to weigh into the conversation, as Omen are in the field of view as well. Tempo were taking shots at Cloud9 previously, so Team Unnamed, has moved on, and Raven is now taking his aggression out elsewhere, as he has knocked Tanker. Lots of action.
Yeah, Cloud9, they had to push over the water.
Oh, this is a disastrous place to finish the game, too. This is on the hillside, on the cliffside. Yeah, this is...
Team Unnamed,
Chacho took shots at Cloud9 as he was forced in, but
Chacho
will not be continuing his game. And all he's done is really just annoy Cloud9, as they are stuck in the blue now, trying to revive and trying to regroup. Chris from the side of Infinex has been putting on her, but this is really favoring the Unnamed, as they have complete control of this high ground and continue to prevent teams from rotating in. And
I believe you see where they are right now, the Unnamed. They should be able to gatekeep teams that might want to rotate on up through the north over there. And I see Infinex, they are going to be thinking about it. Here we are. They might want Infinex to get a little closer, kind of walk into the trap. Raven is still out there, not in the new zone. I see Tribe Memo trying to pull up by Raven as well. So hopefully Raven can remain alive, because if Infinex can kind of weasel their way on into this little open Death Valley, they should be able to pull another play like they did previously onto Team 9.
Yeah, Cloud9 go out. So the day continues to be ruled by tempo and the battle of the big boys. As Alucard from Wildcard is starting to put up some numbers, but he has been knocked down. Cream versus Wildcard, this fight's getting a bit close. The blue's on the back of the Cream players, and it's hurting. Is at that stage of the game where it does hurt. Tanker goes down to Infinex, but Cream are also falling. Angry from Spacestation Gaming falls. Sixless has now got a sniper rifle in his hands. That's always deadly. And Tempo might be out, in fact, as Sixless does bleed out to the zone as well. So we're losing teams at a rapid rate here, Dave. And Omen are kind of collecting all these teams trying to push in. As you can see them on the bottom of your screen.
Yep.
They are on the low ground, though. So if it ends on the high ground, you'd think they've run out of options to get up there.
Yeah, it's going to be cut off. We also have Knight still alive over here. Here comes Infinex trying to push their way on in. They chose not to wrap around the north. They are going to be pushing right into Omen. The trades are coming out right now. Omen seems to be getting the best of them. Chris going to be tossing some smokes. We see Revenants eliminated in the kill feed right there. Omen just pinning down Infinex. Just might be it for Chris. Chris trying to heal. So close to the zone. Might even be able to get the revive if Chris can make it. And yep, that's going to be it for Infinex. Omen going to be taking them down and out. Omen.
8 kills.
8 kills. The next zone is going to be popping up. It will be favoring Ignite. The Unnamed are going to be on the other side of the rock. So this is going to be an interesting, the top 5. This is going to be an interesting ending, though. It seems like whoever has the top of this rock and Team Unnamed, they're the current king of the rock right now,
Well,
they
yeah.
might be in the best position to win this.
Memo's done a fantastic job at tanking out this rank, as he's managed to get himself into top 5 from having 3 of his members been taken out incredibly early, but I think the jig is up. I think they hear him down there and might see some underhanded nades now. Could ruin his day. Or
This might be a good one.
fall down the
roll
gap.
right down.
doesn't quite take him out. In fact, doesn't actually hit him at all, so he's got pretty lucky.
They
there,
might
so
want to hold
dropping
on to
down.
these grenades. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
They don't want to use too many grenades trying to fish out Memo. Memo's down there. As long as they know there's a solo down there.
He ain't hurting anyone.
Yeah, they're not hurting anyone. There's no way they're going to get up here on this high ground rock position that they're holding. So we're going to see Bucky
Memo's dead, actually.
focusing on to Omen Knights
Yeah,
right
Omen.
now.
Omen are answering back as Bucky has his head ripped off for the 2nd time on the high ground. Now, if this shifts to the low ground, all of a sudden Team Unnamed are in a terrible position as Bucky has to retreat a little bit to get the revive off. So Omen can play just below this cliff line, and if the circle shifts to the low ground, they will be okay. And it has shifted right
I'm still
onto
looking at
Ignite.
Ignite. Yeah,
Yeah,
Ignite's still 4 alive over here. They're
Certainly
looking
are.
the best, in my opinion, especially with the new circle over here. Omen, they're going to
Wi-Fi's
have to
looking
push
fine.
up here. They're going to need to be very cautious as the Unnamed, they've been on top of these rocks for, I want to say, the majority of the game here, so they're definitely comfortable with their current location.
I hope they wore some sunscreen because it would be getting belted by the sun up there. Bucky's lost his
No
helmet.
helmet.
Well, he got blown off after taking too many peaks, I reckon. As the Unnamed are quite happy with the way things are going.
Oh,
but
there we
Sin,
go.
This is the conga line, but he's going to find the first one, knocks him down. That's Zute gone. That's one of their star players. He knows the angle is there now. They both know where they are. Push comes in. Wi-Fi
Okay.
will clean him up. He won't make any mistakes there.
Congo line in the grass right there.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
really
you couldn't-
unfortunate for
yeah.
Omen, though, because they could have been in for a shot here. As
You couldn't have guessed there would be a solo right behind that
No.
rock right there.
it looks like Team Unnamed are going to have to come off this hill eventually. And again, Bucky goes down to the lower ground. That is a VSS in action. So all of a sudden, Unnamed are in a fantastic position. They have to push out a little bit.
Throwing some smokes, going to try to get Bucky up.
Oh, that
Looks
smoke's
like
fallen
both
down.
of those
Yeah.
smokes did fall down the cracks over there.
Omen, all of a sudden, if they are unnoticed, could be in for a shout here. They do
Oh.
have one player from Ignite
Yeah.
watching it.
Yep, they're waiting for the snakes to peek around the
Although,
bridge.
if the Unnamed continue to trade out onto Ignite, this could favor Omen to sweep up at the last moment.
My fear is the Unnamed, they need to clean this out right now because
Yeah.
there's no way down off this cliff edge. They're not going to be able to jump. If they do, they're going to die. I highly doubt that they can scale it. They seem to have put themselves up here.
Oh, they're going to spot the Omen players. Maybe, yes, one spotted is Wi-Fi, who takes a dip, and you'd imagine that there isn't time for it to be revived. And that
There's
is
two.
both the Omen players removed. So it is an Ignite versus the Unnamed finished.
Ignite, they don't need to move though.
No, that's the
They
problem.
can literally camp this one out and let the Unnamed just kill themselves based off their position alone here.
Oh, these nades do ring out, and they are doing a little bit of damage, forcing them into the zone. These two players have to move out of that hut eventually, and that will be the 2 free kills you'd think for the side of the Unnamed. But finding this player that is pushed right up against that cliff face is going to be near impossible, as Lucas has made his way
Was
onto
in?
the low ground.
Okay, that's a surprise.
If Lucas... Oh, there is 2 players on the low ground, though. Oh, he's going to walk straight past the 2. He's not going to be able to get the trade. That will be one of the players taking out. Now the 2 players in the hut are activated. They have to push out. There's only 1 player alive.
They're jumping
Everyone's
down, they're
off.
jumping down, trying to get the kills.
It is going to be the Unnamed from the top rope, dropping down, taking out Ignite. Ignite couldn't back up their first chicken dinner with a second, and that is a big chicken dinner from the Unnamed. That is, what, 12 kills for them, so fantastic way for them to start things off. Omen finishing in a respectable 3rd with a few kills as well. Fantastic game, though. The way it ended, players dropping off the high ground, escaping their death, no
Yeah.
parachutes.
So they took some damage there.
They did, about 70% of health, maybe 80%.
My mouth is still open from that. I mean,
Yeah,
that's the
it's
stuff that you see on the front page of Reddit right there.
Certainly is.
The Unnamed. So let's go hop over to the highlights from this game. Sandhawk, from the very start, we had some action popping off. We had a couple teams get into some early skirmishes. Here we go. I want to say Latinos Unidos
Yes,
definitely
yeah.
having the roughest of starts among the squads, but able to try to have that solo player get a couple more points. Unfortunate for them, they were taken down in 11th, 1 spot from the 10th place where you get
Yeah,
an
the
extra
extra
point. So at least they tried.
Tribe was another team that suffered in the early game quite a bit just from these third-party engagements. They ended up dropping 3 of their players relatively early, but thanks to the heroics of Memo, they managed to get themselves into a top 5 finish with 4 kills. So that's not a bad result. That's very salvageable there, as they have started off pretty slowly, but enough to keep the fans happy, you'd say. But it is Ignite that's really started. Nice. Yeah, that was a really nice round to Bucky. That happened a few times by Bucky. It happened again. Omen got him
with the hard peeks. I mean, you're hard peeking. I mean, you need the hard peek if you want to lean over and get the information and have sight lines onto him. So
that was Team 9 going down to the Unnamed. This was the Omen versus Infinex fight. Infinex being caught out in the zone. Unfortunately, Wildcard managed to pick up 1 of the members of Omen Elite, so that really weakened their chances of going into the final circles. But Omen still put up a respectable 3rd place. Didn't really hurt them too much. This was the spray down that finished Omen.
The Congo line was pretty funny, though.
The Congo line coming in was quite comical. But it was the fact that they left this high ground, they played this player on the high ground to spray down these 2 players exiting out of that hut that really salvaged it for them.
How much did they take? Oh, so they, yeah,
they about
took,
30-40%.
They took a lot of damage right there. In my opinion, okay, hear me out here. The 2 members from Ignite in the shed across the way, they were in the safe zone of the circle. I don't think they had to push out there at that moment.
Maybe they pushed out a little bit too early, but eventually they did, as the circle was ending about halfway between the cliff and the houses.
It was, but I feel like the Unnamed had to jump over onto the ground before they would push out. That's my thing. I feel like they pushed out just a little too soon, and they were spotted and killed. I feel like they could have held back just a little longer.
Maybe the play might have been to pull the meds to one of the players in that shack and have them just take the zone, and have the 2 players under the cliff face dealing with the threat above. You do see the points for the game. It is a big 32 for the Unnamed, so they're starting off pretty well. Ignite, though, are the stories. They get the chicken dinner in the 1st game and a 2nd place to finish it up. Omen Elite starting their tournament off pretty well as well. Infinex Gaming getting back on the winning ways as they did dominate in the group stage, but went pretty quiet so far in the semis as Wildcard, Tribe Gaming, Spacestation, Cream round out our top 8.
Yeah, Wildcard, we didn't see much from them that game when it comes to popping off with kills. Tempo Storm will be in 9th place with 2 kills, 3 placement points. Revenants, once again, not their strongest of performance here on day number 1. Will be getting 3 points. Cloud9, 3 points. Latinos, Unidos with that solo member was going to get taken out in 12th position. Oh, they actually got, okay, so 2 points, Team 9. Yeah. We saw them kind of flop there. Simplicity, though. Simplicity.
That's not what you want to be seeing. This is the points so far. The Unnamed have moved up. They've played 6 games, got themselves 68 points. So that's a pretty decent return. Of course, Ignite, after 2 games, enter into 7th place. So 2 games, 48 points. That's more than enough, you'd think, to make them happy for the day.
Yeah, I mean, we still got 2 more games to go, so I wouldn't be surprised if I'm going to put a bold prediction just based off of their performance here so far. We're going to see Ignite in 5th place.
Okay, they'll get them on
4th.
60 points. That's
I think 5th place for sure.
Yeah, 12 points over 2 games. And they've been playing well enough to do it.
Yeah, definitely doable. So ATP watching their lead slowly slip out, but they will be able to respawn tomorrow as they will be showing back up and pulling back up. Infinex, they are not going to be moving. Method going down a little bit. Tempo Storm still going to be in 11th position here. Omen Elite, though, this is what you like to see. They are going to be shifting up just a little bit. I mean, just look at the points between those teams right there. We got 42 all the way down to about 24. So all it takes is 1 game, and you're definitely going to be swapping roles.
The bit of a highlight there for me is Cream. They're doing really well with only 2 games played. They've netted themselves 21 points. They didn't have the most fantastic group stage, but the team from Mexico is putting up some big numbers. Getting 10 points a game, you're more than happy with. That will help you towards that progression. I did say 70 points was about the benchmark. That's what the top boys want to be getting. That's the teams that want to be finishing in the top 5. They want to be getting about 70 points a day. I think 6 Angry Men are a bit worried at the moment.
Something's
as they played 6 and got 20 points. That's not where you want to be. I believe they'll be the bottom of the 6
Weren't they right
players.
there? Like they were like the 2nd or the 4th team to like just qualify?
Yeah, they were. Simplicity as well. They're finding themselves on the bottom page now with 6 games played. So they still have 10 games to play in the tournament or in the semi-final. So plenty of time to turn it around. But you do start to get a little bit nervous as your points aren't stacking up the way you'd think. Tribe Gaming, they've got themselves, well, they haven't moved from 19th position. Revenants and Euphoria are going to want to put more points up on the board eventually.
There's the overall kill leaderboard right here. Beowulf and Percocet still going to be sitting at 13. They didn't get any kills this game. Tenta will not be in today's games, but we see 6less now. So 2 members from Spacestation Gaming will be making their appearance here. Juicy with 12, 6less trying to maybe overtake Juicy. and Beowulf. We have 2 more games to go here. So Spacestation, not having the best of games, still able to rack up some kills there to put 2 of their members on the board at least. That's something that they like to see. 2 more games to go. Smash.
Sixless VSS got up there. Over the Miramar next as well, VSS map. There's lots of good maps actually coming up. Erangel, last map as well, VSS
All the maps are good maps.
All the maps are fantastic maps, Dave.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we got some good maps coming right after the break. Don't go nowhere. This is the North America semifinals.
Totality is getting into the mix. HH24 goes down. That's a big loss for them. They are pushing pretty hard. Method, with 1 man alive. He's going to manage to clutch it up. Monarch has him. 9 players, does bleed out. I don't know who's just lurking on the other side of this window. So they get
the head might have been popping right through the corner of the window. Spotted, taken down and out.
Sixless finishes him off.
Oh, Rolex trying to...
Oh, gets the spin on him too.
Yeah,
the next player is so low. He will get that.
Oh,
There's
another
one player left. 1 player left from ATP. 2 will come down to essentially who third parties who. As
next circle's up.
Smokeball comes out. Cloud9 have actually spotted Spacestation Gaming in the grass, and they've killed 3 almost instantly.
1G, super quiet right now. I don't believe they know 1G's here. 1G has just been chilling for the time being. 1G's was right there. 1G's going to be popping out, taking some shots at Russell. Russell's going to be knocked down and out. Here comes the next person. Doc trying to get the 1-up on 1G. 1G's going to take down 2.
The pan. Oh, it's the nade. Oh no, it's just a smoke, just a smoke, just a smoke. He doesn't know. He does not know the Mad Dog lies. Are they just going to leave him?
I think they might.
Oh, they've given him a smoke as well.
That's so good for him.
Is this a 5-player team? What are we seeing here?
A few moments later.
And IND are just giving... Oh, no, he's going to spot that.
No, he does.
Surely he didn't.
Come on, Slayer.
Oh, my goodness.
It's in your namesake. You've got to take him down, son.
No
Mad Dog's
way.
still there. This guy is literally free soloing right now.
He's solo squadding.
12 seconds later.
Around here, Salty Squad also taking down Godlike. I think they've done a great job to stay into it, but can Mad Dog just stay here? He is now.
Do you think he can jump in the vehicle? If he gets in?
It will be. Oh no, he's actually taking the shot.
Oh, he's not quite able to get the knock. First one, swaps weapon, looking for Slayer.
Ooh, we almost got a run over there. We got
Grego. Oh, the fake out, make out over here.
He's turning on him.
The jukes are real right now. Grego, can Grego connect over here? If I was Grego,
he's giving it up.
No,
he hasn't. He's juking back. He's coming double back, fake it.
Oh, this is it. This is it.
Oh, it has to be.
Oh!
Got him! God, he's
There
knocked
we
over.
go.
He's got to get out and give him the BML. Not
Just chilling, like near the circle. They don't want to get into any fights. Especially they have executors on the same city right there. So maybe just gonna chill. And that was close. That was interesting.
Is the Nasty will be
Ooh,
dropped.
look at
But
this.
Justice finally falling in. DJS is in a lot of trouble here, but Justice gets shot upon by Yai. He's one of the players trying to run away, but he still actually hits a 3. Now he will be put out and will be sprayed down, and they will be able to knock him down on the floor.
The teams that are right at the bottom. Has he not spotted Nico though? Yeah, he's just a little bit hidden. Oh, now he's going to spot him.
Yeah.
How can he not have done? He gets over the wall before he gets knocked. Fantastic.
does get a lot of damage on the trade, but the red cannons are all over this movement at the moment.
And there they go, Critical Esports out in number 15. Actually, no, it's not even the team we're watching. That's a different team altogether, but...
Ooh, that does a fair bit of damage too, knocking these players to half HP. That Molotov they threw in previously does get a knockout. This might be the signal to go, go, go. Pushing in here. There is one player just sitting on the deck, knocked out. But the Molotov is actually burning himself with it, so this is a Molotov he dropped down earlier.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We got 2 more games to go here with the North America Semifinals region. What a crazy game. I did not think the Team Unnamed would be able to survive that jump. They had a little smidge of health left over there.
Yep.
Crazy ending from the fights. Ignite doing their best there on Mustache Dave, joined with Smash Shouts. 2 more games to go.
Yeah, and if you missed any of the games or the action so far, you can subscribe to the PUBG Mobile Esports YouTube channel to catch up on all the regions, not just North America. If you enjoy the European region, South America, we'll have it all available over there. So get stuck in and start consuming that content because it is fabulous. And if you want to consume the content, you want to play the game as well. And I've talked about gaming phones. Gaming phone, social phone. If you have a gaming phone, you need to download the game on your iOS App Store or the Google Play Store. Both of them have it, and it is completely free. So your gaming phone, you don't have to pay anything more, just for the phone.
Okay.
It's only the phone.
Okay. Smash the plug. There you go.
Yeah.
So we're going into Miramar.
Oh, my favorite map.
Your favorite map?
Yeah.
Los Leones.
Good place.
Good place to
Good
hang
people.
out. Good people. Nice weather this time of year, I heard.
It's always sunny in Los Leones.
Always sunny.
Always
Bring your sunscreen, your cowboy hats, your
Yeah,
cowboy boots, your spurs.
Yeah, make sure, watch out for snakes.
Watch out for snakes in your boots.
Yeah, you
Watch
don't want
out
a snake
for
in your boot.
cactuses. That would be interesting if there was cactuses that you would actually like touch and maybe
Oh,
do
take
loads of
damage from? No, that'd be.
Maybe in the next
straight.
update. Talking about updates though, the next update for
Ledge
PUBG
grab.
Mobile, Ledge Grab.
Ledge grab. I've seen you do content about ledge
Ledge
grabbing
grab.
already, so
I'm
maybe we'll
looking
have to
forward to it.
maybe we'll have to get more ledge grab content from you coming out.
Mobile Ledge Grab. Yeah, that's definitely going to open up some things. I mean, the angles they can get from
it's
ledge grabbing. Yeah.
Completely
Especially
actually,
on Vikendi.
Yeah, it completely changes the game and how it's played essentially, because those angles that you previously wouldn't think that would be accessible, all of a sudden they're there. So these teams have been playing without the ledge grab for so long that they might not know where they're going to get shot from if there is a ledge grabber. It also leads to some interesting engagements that you can find. It's a fabulous little feature, and I'm glad it's coming to the mobile version of PUBG as we see the beautiful overhead of Miramar. It is sunny, and well, the plane
We called
isn't
it.
that friendly.
We called it. We predicted the weather today would be sunny.
Yeah,
So.
it sometimes is rainy in Miramar, especially this time of year. You can see that by little water there. That is an ocean, but don't be mistaken.
You can tell
it is
by the
water.
ocean that it rains.
It rains
here.
sometimes. Well, I mean, yeah, you don't find ocean in non-rainy places. I mean, there's got to be a river.
I think
somewhere.
the ocean's everywhere in the world. Sorry to let you know. Just an update right
Oh,
there.
there are some countries without ocean, though. But they're just
every
in there.
continent.
Every
touches an
continent
ocean.
touches an ocean. Yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah.
I only really know about my continent.
It touches an ocean.
Oh, it touches a lot of ocean.
Yeah, yeah. So, talking about things touching the ocean, Chris will not be touching the ocean here on Miramar. Going to be landing over here. Maybe we'll have some early skirmishes like we did last game. Maybe we won't. We'll have to find out, as they are, I believe, 1 or 2 more teams getting ready to jump out the cargo hold door. There we go. Revenants, Ignite, trying to drop all the way down there by Porto Aparicio. A lot of these squads are going to be up there in the north by Crater Fields. Let's see where the next circle, or the first circle, at that matter, will pop. Where will it make our players shift, juke, and jive?
Well,
Here we go.
Okay,
Not
that's
bad,
good.
not
I
bad,
like that.
Not bad.
That northern side is going to kick off really
Yeah.
early, actually.
So many squads.
There are so many squads on your screen. We are seeing the squad of Cloud9 go up against the 6 Angry Men. The 6 Angry Men have had a bit of a tough time of it, Dave. They haven't had the momentum. They haven't got any traction really in their gameplay. And if they come up against Cloud9 and fight them early, I don't think they'll get much more traction. Cloud9, very established team, very dominant team. Led the standings on our first day with a big chicken dinner at the end of it. But they haven't had the most exciting or thrilling start to this day's play, as it has been dominated by Ignite, the Unnamed. Even Tempo Storm had one good game as well, so not a bad start for some of these teams that have come in from Group G. As I believe.
Beowulf going to be maybe getting off angle. I mean, both these teams definitely aware of each other. They 100% saw each other drop near when we were in the plane. And as if that wasn't bad enough, Infinex looks like Rojas trying to get up
This
close
is
to
a
personal. Simple out there as well. I see another member from Infinex in the area. This is El Pozo.
This is a big town.
By the way, yeah, big town. You know, lots of cover, lots of buildings, lots of places to loot. but you could find yourself wrapping around a corner, catching a quick surprise. Bullets to the face over here.
Said the people in Los Leones were pretty friendly. They are. El Pozo, not so much. They're too far away. Yeah, they're too far away from the ocean.
Higher crime rate in El Pozo.
Oh, it's massive. It's terrible. Really need the mayor of El Pozo really needs to clean that city up before it becomes.
I heard it was corruption, actually.
Oh, really?
So
well, we can't be having that.
El Pozo, yep.
I'll start a rally in the streets. See if we can get some action happening. Don't want any corruption. Well, Cream have had a decent enough day, actually. They've started off better than they did start in the group, so it would be sad to see them get picked apart by 9, who is another team who had a really good start to the day. Getting
9 is like surrounding.
Yeah, they got a good start to the semis. Actually.
Cream member right here, actually.
This poor little Cream member.
One poor little Cream member. I mean, Cheeto's over there as well, so there's only 2 Cream members that we can see right now, but 9 is definitely communicating something.
Yeah,
to execute them.
This is like the correct play from 9 as well. Just if they do spot a player alone running into an alone house, to
let them loot, let them pop out a door. Looks like they're holding all the door angles.
Make sure he can't really get out, as you do see that they've got the 3 angles, and even the 4th 9 player is in the area.
On Cheeto.
He'll probably be able to hear or spot Cheeto soon enough, you'd imagine, as Cheeto is unawares at the moment.
This is pretty neat.
Are getting pincered on as we do swap to Cloud9
Just
and
in case,
16.
Quick update, right?
Well, yeah, there is a Thunder
update.
there.
Omen Elite and Tribe.
Those are 2 squads that are pretty similar in skill level as well, so if they start to break out into fights, this is the Cream member. He has been pushed out into the open too, so he's been pushed into a shack. Cream, the rest of the squad is pulling up thick and fast, so this could be a squad fight early on. This is actually one of the 9 players on the high ground. There might be a little bit of strife as Cream members do rotate in. He needs to find himself some safe haven. You see him getting lit up in top left of his screen. Yeah, it was. Clue's managed to clean him up real quick. Smart. We'll finish him off with the Vector, you'd imagine. There goes
the point right there. And like you said, Joe, they're pulling up over here. BO, they need to be careful because now 2 Cream members are on the high ground behind Joe.
Yeah, he's in the sandwich. There are 2 high ground members and 1 player coming in from the low ground.
Extended mag.
Oh, he's juked him. He's juked him. He's broken the ankles. They will find him now as he crosses into the other house, but this gives 9 enough time to reinforce him, you'd imagine. He actually broke their ankles, Dave.
Look at this.
That was incredible.
Joe still on the high ground over here. 2 members from Cream in that building where BO just juked them.
That was fantastic stuff.
That was a nice juke. Looks
and
like
this could set Cream up to be.
Oh, what's the AKM?
Oh, he does go down though, gets traded out. There's another. There is Joe, I believe, on the high ground, protecting all. Joe might even try and go for this third.
Flush, yeah.
Yeah. Come on. Yeah, he's trying to go for it. He's actually peppering another 9 member.
On Clue, yeah. Clue trying to get the revive over there. I don't know if they have any smokes yet. It is really early on. I don't know how much loot they were able to actually acquire here. Looks like they spent a lot of their time just trying to surround that 1 Cream member. Now 4 Cream members. So we'll have to find out what squad comes out on top. Looks like Clue might actually be able to get close enough.
He's just spamming out.
Spamming out. It was a bush. It was a bush. It looks like it was a prone member.
You gotta be careful though.
We should be able to get the revive. Now we got Team 9 members over here.
He's just spamming that bush as well, making sure there's nobody hiding behind it. Clue will look for another angle, you'd imagine, as these players often do. They like to spread out, fan around, cover as much ground as possible. But you'd favour 9 in this engagement just because of numbers. And Joe is really the key positional player here. He has a level 3 helmet, so he's pretty protected. The old brain. Got a pan too, so if he gets caught in the back, that's a nice M16 skin too, so that's important. Might have a smoke here to try and get his friend out. This might be what he just popped there. Yeah, it is. And that will cover the angle that
to allow him
previously
to pull back.
shot.
Yeah, they do have a bike to work with, so 2 members can definitely haul out of here. Maybe Joe can pick up 1, get him to the safe zone, drop him off, and then come back for Cheeto. But it looks like Joe will be spotted out here.
That's a nice knock with the Tommy gun.
Here comes the push from 9.
Yeah, they've got 2 of the players of Cream unavailable to fight back. 1 in the grave and 1 on the deck. So now Cream are in an awful position where Joe is low and Cheeto will have to fight for his life, essentially. As he thinks Joe in the smoke won't be able to get anything, but he does. He gets 1 knocked down. So this all of a sudden makes things very interesting as there is 1 player down. The shotgun comes out. It's not going to connect on anything just yet. Cheeto gets knocked and not finished, but it is just Joe. And Joe's down.
Joe's down.
that's Cream gone.
We had shotguns, we had Tommies, we had minis, we had every type of gun in the arsenal right there trying to flush out Cream.
We do manage to get him at the end of the day. And
Lojo.
Yeah, Lojo, that was.
Lojo.
Well,
The
they
end
do
of the
manage
day,
to get him.
What were you saying?
They do manage to get it, and they managed to keep 4 alive, and Clue's already done 480 damage apparently, so that's about your game average.
Okay.
Already.
Yeah.
Well, very high for a game average actually. So Clue is really at least padding them stats.
Damage
That's
percent.
67% of his team's damage already. So he
Wow.
was
Definitely a key member on the squad right there.
a key member of that fight.
Putting up the
that's for sure.
numbers. So I would say we were talking about them earlier. Was it Clue that they made mention as a pretty heavy hitter when it comes to fragging on their squad?
Yeah, well, he's had a pretty decent day of it, so I'd imagine so. They didn't mention any particular member being their top fragger or their star player.
They're all kind of sharing.
They're all kind of sharing.
weight.
I think they are a team, in a sense of a word, a team. Where they play off each other pretty well, and you can see that with their positioning. And in many fights that we've had big top-down views of them, they've fanned out, spread out well, backed each other up. When there's been one firing, there's also been 2 firing. You know, it's making sure they're not peaking at the wrong times and making sure peaking together, because it is harder to deal with two players on alternate angles peaking than it is just the one man.
Especially if you have sloppy team comps.
Yeah.
So I do like to see them moving forward.
Ooh,
the next circle is going to pop a little bit of it, maybe 25% will be inaccessible over there, those mountains. Latinos, Unidos, going with their tried and true bread and butter. I want to say just playing edge, trying to avoid as much action as possible early on and just try to make it into that late game with 4 members strong. Infinex will be right smack in the middle. Cloud9 looking good. Tempo Storm looking good. Euphoria Gaming, though, I'm kind of feeling their position down there in the south.
Yeah, it could be quite a potent position going into the later stages of the game. They are going to be camping that bridge. Unfortunately, this is 9 more kills going the way of them. Just one of their players does get traded. Clue is in the blue and it's popping a first aid kit. He's away from the action as they will lose a member on the rotation. He did manage to knock one player out, but you'd imagine that'd be revived pretty quickly. So he was on his own, that 9-man, as Espinoza pulls up to the scene of the crime to make sure everything's okay. So
yeah,
Detective Espinoza on the case.
Yeah, making sure what happened here. I mean, like you said, it was a random player from 9, so you gotta assume that the rotate was coming on in. Maybe that was their scout. They were trying to figure out a way to make it on into the new zone because they're all the way in the west.
Clue is still isolated from his team, and the side of Revenants, 3 of their members are still between him and his squad, so he'll have to be very careful when he's rotating in because you don't want to get caught out. This is on board with Clue, who got 3 kills in that engagement before with Cream. He is in the fun bus, and it's not too fun when it's going uphill in this terrain.
And you get tagged for blue damage as well.
He's got the painkillers running, so
only 1 first aid, 5 bandages. I mean, since they've been fighting early on, right?
It hurts him.
Cream, they were only able to loot 2 buildings as well.
Yeah.
So you gotta imagine that whatever loot that they were able to pick up off the Cream, it's not much.
No,
so they should still be looking for more loot, but they have to deal with getting into the safe zone first. So they're kind of at a disadvantage. Yes, they have 4 points already when it comes to kills, so that's a plus when it comes to the leaderboard. We'll have to see what happens. Here comes a crash for Simplicity. They are going to be pulling up onto Tribe. I don't know if Tribe has started to make any noise yet, but there we go. Seagut from downtown. Memo with the VSS. Going to be taking some shots. Outsider, though, not moving a muscle. Going to let Simplicity push up here. Ready to unload. Isn't a tricky spot, though. If they do get knocked, I believe the flush should be instant.
Yeah, they're very spread out at the moment, Tribe. They do have that play with the VSS from a wide angle. Seagut in this little blue cube, but Outsider, he is in a rough one, as if the nades come out, his teammates aren't going to be able to help him that much, as Simplicity, Doc is guarding essentially the flank as well, so this is actually a really difficult position here for Outsider. That house is quite hard to shoot in. Outsider is watching the stairs now.
Outsider's moving, so they know. Yeah.
Down, and you'd imagine the thirst comes out. So Memo
trying to hold the off angles with the VSS, right? Trying to maybe anticipate Simplicity breaching on into Doc's compound, but that didn't happen quite yet.
Doc's compound is the next one that is targeted, as they know he's in there. Well, that's actually Seagut getting picked out. Doc has managed to find the 1v1 onto roid. So
Here comes a grenade.
oh, this grenade could be very
Right through the doorway.
Oh, this could be very bad for Sigurd and bad for Tribe,
Oh.
as 3 of their players have found the turf really
Memo's
quickly.
up here. Memo pulled up as well. Hopefully
Yeah.
this isn't going to be a mistake because, remember, there's still 15 teams alive. Memo wants to survive now. I highly doubt that the Rives will be able to come out onto Tribe here. Looks like Memo will be getting into that vehicle, trying to get out of Dodge as quickly as possible. Will be spotted. Will be receiving some tags.
Does get over the
Vehicle's
hill.
on fire.
He's hopped out because he's not confident. But if you remember for the last game, this was the exact same situation that happened. Memo was the last man alive, left alone on essentially an island, and he managed to take it out to 5th place. I don't know if he'll be so lucky this time. As
I think you got to keep moving, though.
Miramar,
I mean, you got to
yeah.
keep going. Especially, we saw the next circle pop. Do
oh
we even want
my
to talk about that? I
lord.
mean, it's all the way to the west. There's about 30% of it that players cannot access. Those mountains all
Yeah,
the way
this is-
to the west are still going to be in play. We got 14 teams that are going to need to squish their way on into the new
Yeah, we can see
safe
the
zone.
kill feed popping off as some of these squads, Ignite being one of them, getting lit up. They might even be out at the moment. They had a fantastic game 1 and 2, but their third game, that circle shift has really done them dirty. And Dave,
What's up?
sometimes it's best to ignore these things because look at it. It's disgusting. Nobody wants to talk about this one. It's brutal.
Yeah,
that is one of the
here,
most
there's a
disgusting
circle.
Miramar circles I have ever seen.
So the Unnamed, they're going to be in the north over there, just pulling on up. I wouldn't be surprised if they decide to just camp the north. It's probably the best option because the center right now is a mosh pit.
Certainly is. That road is splitting it down the middle, and you'd imagine that it would shift it's about as far east as it can get. As you said, a good 25-30% of that play zone is inaccessible with that sheer cliff face that does exist there. Euphoria are in an okay position.
They're okay, and the reason being is the west, there's no one that's going to be coming from behind them, right? So they only have to really concentrate on the east. Here we go, though. We are going to have Infinex pushing up here on the high ground. I see the Revenants out there in the distance. They are going to be in a skirmish amongst themselves, getting third parties. But here we go, Rojas pushing on over the cliff. Going to be spotted. Was successful with getting a couple tags. Chris trying to retaliate right here.
The one by
Seems
one.
like the Infinex are just going one after another, peeking their heads, trying to get the knocks, and it is not working out right now. Karma extremely low on HP. Going to be tagged and bagged right there. There goes Infinex. I mean, I feel like they weren't pushing as a squad in that fight. They were popping their heads over that ridge one after another, and it just fell apart, I feel like.
Yeah, Spacestation Gaming managed to actually claim one of the kills there. Sixless with a tag from downtown. You can see them on the low ground in your foreground now.
Clue went down to the zone.
Oh no, that's not good at all. They managed to get 4 up for the side of Revenant. So we're finally seeing them have a bit of a better game, as you see Peralta's damage stats, 158 given, so it's not the biggest amount, but he'll be looking to add to that as the game moves on. There are lots of squads at the moment that are struggling
going down
with
the zone.
Yeah,
Another member of Team 9 going down to the zone.
This is dangerous stuff as Sixless is on the rotate away from this fight. 2 members of Spacestation Gaming. I believe they are the 2 top killers.
Another member of Team 9 going down to the zone.
Well, that's the problem with these really, really hard shifts, is it can be quite difficult to play the zone or the edge of the zone because there is just so many teams camped out.
Espinoza trying to spray the Scar out there onto Tempo Storm. Tempo all grouped up together. Yep, the vehicle will be exploded here. This play zone has to be the kill leader of this game.
Yeah, Tribe are down as well as Memo dropped to it. MVP from Wildcard does take a fall as well as the Unnamed are in the area. Cloud9 are now pulling up onto 6 AM, and 6 AM aren't too happy about it as King G knocks one of them down, tries to finish him off, flush him out. That's good. Beowulf dropping very low. Even Latinos Unidos had a little bit of a line of sight on him, so Beowulf is in a really rough position, and Cloud9 in general need some assistance from something, some divine intervention to get them through this, as Uneven does drop to the Latinos Unidos side. Espinoza has sent it towards the center of the zone, but he's been found out. That's Tempo. They've seen that rotation come out as there's more action, as Espinoza actually answers back and finds a knock. So he is going down fighting, but there's some really rough sides here, as now Sixless is starting to hurt the side of Cloud9, as they're down to at least 1 now. I think it might be Purse, and he's the only one up. Raven, previous MVP. Well, previous MVP from the last game, now does take the MVP in name. So he's knocked 2 wildcard players incredibly short time apart. And that might be a third. So he's actually knocked down 3 of the wildcard members in rapid succession. Raven on a bit of a tear at the moment. Last wildcard player, Sin, does start to answer back, but Raven might just have his number as well. No, it's Bucky. Claims it out, denying Raven the team kill. So wildcard down now, and this will leave the side of Team Unnamed a little bit of room to breathe.
Yeah, they have a nice little bowl to work with as well, so they should be able to regroup,
Oh, no.
heal
Volta.
up. Oh, vehicle explosion. So Latinos Unidos looking good. They do have 4 alive. This is where a lot of action should be popping off here. Tempo Storm, they're kind of pinned down for the time being.
Yeah, they are.
Revenants are overlooking all these teams right here on the edge. Tempo Storm looks like they're going to try to move on out of that bowl here. Oh, we see 6 Saving Men over there on the high ground. They will be receiving some shots as you could just make out their bodies through the underneath of that truck, that pickup truck, and Worm is trying to get some knocks out here. Beowulf, is Beowulf the last remaining member right there? Unfortunate for Beowulf, he is on the road in between all these squads and right on the tip of the edge in the north. So we're not even that center when it comes to maybe lucking out on the next shift.
Tempo look okay at the moment. It is SSG who have a decent enough position, but they do have to worry about...
or Euphoria's.
Yeah, Euphoria has to be the leader,
yeah, 4
you'd think.
alive. Yeah, right now they're all the way in the west.
This is on board with
No
Tempo.
one's near them.
They are paying attention to that Space Station Gaming side. They have a 3-1 split, I should say. Sixless has sent it towards the center of the zone. It has moved on to him, so Space Station Gaming, the rest of their members have to move. Everyone but Sixless and Euphoria have to move. This is bad news for the side of, well, you'd say Infinex, 6 AM, Tempo. They're all a bit of a struggle at the moment as you see the Revenants start to pop out knocks. It was the Revenants I was meaning, not Infinex, as they are knocked out already.
Revenants, they need to make the push over here. They're probably going to try to take out 6 AM first, yeah, because if they do not, then 6 AM should be able to get the backstab. So this is a much needed play. There's also a crate over here. Tanker should be picking up some extra gear. Level 3, the sprays are going to be popping off through the smokes, just trying to connect anything that they can. Espinosa's going to be going prone. Revenants cleaned up, and I wouldn't be surprised if the Revenants continue to kind of rotate on the edge and work their way on in the north, because there's other teams there. It might be dangerous if they just send it. Looks like Beowulf is trying to survive after hearing all those shots, trying to hide somewhere.
Yeah, Raven's on a tear again as he knocks down one of the Unidos players, but Beowulf can get a nice spray in here as they try and cross the road. This might be his only chance to secure some points. Let them cross a little bit and then turn and spray, as he hasn't chosen to do that, I don't believe. No, he has. He has actually picked off Peralta on the back edge. He might have even picked up Espinosa as well. So he is hurting the Revenants quite hard as they try and rotate in. But
Space Station taking some shots as well in the kill feed.
Raven once more getting another kill, so he must be almost up to 5 or 6.
Ooh, there goes Sixless popping off.
Actually, he might have popped off onto Tempo Storm and taken them almost all out. As
they still have Omen Elite near them, but I do believe Tempo Storm was eliminated right there as they tried to push on in. Unfortunate for them, they pushed right into Space Station, and we saw Sixless was already for that push, was already looking in that direction.
Beowulf is doing a fantastic job here. You can see him sneaking up on the
might
bottom
try to throw a grenade.
Yeah, if he's got a nade, that's a free 3, really. It's a 3-point throw.
3-pointer.
Don't know if he does have one. He does have an assault rifle to work with. So
they definitely know that Beowulf's over here as well.
Yeah, they do. As one of their players took
shots, yeah.
Yep. So Raven has cleaned up Latinos Unidos. Oh, he'll see the action now. He's got smoke. Where did that smoke come from? Miramar doesn't have natural geysers. Beowulf's head has been spotted. The spray comes out.
Oh,
on 1 HP.
Oh, the underhand grenade right into the smoke.
Will he get the first aid kit off on time? Yes.
Oh, okay. Gonna keep smoking and just crawling.
Oh, that nade, he does survive it, but look at his armor and his helmet. They're so low. He's almost a naked man on the road. That's not where you want to be laying in the sun. Beowulf really working his way in.
Yep, that's all that he might do right here.
He might go down to the zone. He's just inside, but the circle has shifted onto Euphoria. They do have lots of pressure on them now as that southern side of the circle has become Simplicity, Omen, and Space Station Gaming. All there with the Unnamed pushing into the circle now.
Revenants are going to push this. Yeah, they were not confident to have and leave a snake behind them. Beowulf definitely a thorn in their side right there for a couple of moments. We did see the next circle pop. Cloud9 eliminated Space Station Gaming. Still 4 alive out here. Going to be taking some shots. Euphoria still 4 alive. The Unnamed find themselves in a top 6 position again.
Yeah, good stuff from them.
Good stuff from them. Let's see. The Revenants, I feel like, have been taking a lot of fights this game.
Yeah, they got 8 or 9 kills
8
now.
or 9
so
kills.
That's good from them, as well as there is a few squads remaining. Looks like there's 19 players. Bucky is getting in on it. 3 kills for him so far. Yeah. 8 kills as a squad. He's lighting up the side of Space Station Gaming.
The buggy.
Yeah, one of the players from the Revenants has managed to find a way to knock himself out on the terrain. It's unfortunate. Revenants Euphoria are starting to kick in as well. One of the Omen Elite players is taking a spill.
Oh, they're getting some nice tags.
Yeah,
I mean, Space Station, they have vehicles to work with, but they are slowly but surely
how many clips have
being
you got, Bucky?
damaged. Yeah, Bucky's just spraying. I mean, they're connecting the shot, so why not stop, right?
It's just a question of how many clips he's got in his bag. As the Revenants are trying to push in, they're getting peppered as well by Space Station Gaming, as Omen are starting to answer back themselves. So we have a lot of healthy teams and a lot of healthy players at the moment. It is a matter of who has the better positioning and who has the better angles.
Yep.
As Euphoria are trying to push around, get their last member up.
It's going to be a crate landing right on top of Euphoria as well.
Yeah, they're really worried about those Omen players in that area of the south.
Omen players are trying to backstab them, but it seems like the Omen players are going to be concentrating on simplicity as well. So possibly Euphoria will be able to hear this and want to concentrate on securing this flank that they have behind us. So they can do that.
The Revenants are in a really rough position as both Space Station and the Unnamed have got sights on them. Omen knocking one of the simplicity plays is going to make things a little bit easier for the side of Euphoria.
Yeah, this is Euphoria's chance to try to third party this right now. Yeah, they should see the kill feed. They hear it. It's right near them. It's right over that ledge. They need to get aggressive right now with their 4 members alive. Yeah, this is the time to do it.
If they knew what we knew, they would definitely be cresting that ridge as a 4-man group and taking shots, but fortunately they don't. The last player from Simplicity, Doc, doing God's work at the moment, just laying down, trying to tank out the points, because every point is so vital, especially for Simplicity, who have found themselves at the bottom of the board, really.
Look at Doc wrapping around right behind him.
Oh, this could be dangerous. He is making a lot of noise. Now he does drop to the ground. So Euphoria are really worried about that. And then while the other 3 squads...
Okay, Zute spotted Doc.
Zute has managed to get his squad up to 6 kills, maybe 7 after that one. Euphoria, though, they're in a good position to deal with the side of Omen. Space Station, if they crest the ridge, they will find Omen, but they will get shot from the other angles, as Raven is still continuing to heap the pain onto the Revenants.
Space Station, they're just chilling.
They steal that kill too, Sixless. Cheeky. Pinches that one off Raven.
Here comes Omen now. Only 2 members alive, 6 kills in total. They were successful in their mission to annihilate Simplicity. Will they be able to 2v4 Euphoria Gaming? Euphoria Gaming will be receiving some shots. I see one of their players already in a vehicle, possibly trying to just move it so that they can have something to cover. But here comes the sandwich. The Unnamed are going to be wanting to get a piece of the action themselves, going to be crunching right on top of Euphoria.
Euphoria all of a sudden only have 1 player remaining. This is exactly what Omen would have wanted, is the Unnamed pushing in and taking care of their biggest threat. As the last player from Euphoria definitely needs to pull out the biggest clutch of his life at the moment. As Space Station Gaming are trying to find out that last Revenants player. They do. Yep. Juicy finds him out. This is getting all hot and heavy.
Could be a Space Station Gaming game.
It could definitely be. The Unnamed are also in a decent position to take it out. If they can find this last player from Euphoria, their next threat is going to be Omen, who have gone pretty unawares. That is the last player from Euphoria gone. Lucas finds him, finishes him off. They have 12 kills.
Ooh!
Oh, he has tagged him once.
Zute is still back there as well. Smokes are everywhere, blocking the vision from all these players over here.
Zute has actually managed to find a knock onto Rolex from Space Station Gaming. So that's a much needed knock. Might even be able to flush him out. He won't. Zute now under a lot of pressure from Space Station Gaming. The red zone rolls in. As
Raven!
Beautiful shot from Zute, but from downtown,
stolen!
Omen will get knocked out. Now it's into a 4v4. Juicy from Space Station Gaming will be knocked and confirmed. So now it's a 3v3. Well, Team Unnamed will be able to get their 4th player up.
Yep.
So it will back to be a 4v4, and there isn't anyone really on the angle. Sixless has the widest angle so far, but you'd think that this is going to slow down and become a gunfight between these 2 trees, really. It's going to be pistols at dawn. Except with assault rifles.
Does Rolex have meds is the question. Healing up very slowly, so they use a painkiller or possibly an energy drink. But
so now we see the Unnamed. They're fanning out, trying to find out where these Space Station Gaming players are, trying to find the snakes in the grass. They are
there's no grass. Worms in the dirt.
Worms in the dirt. Shots rain out. Nobody gets connected on. They are pushing as a 4-man unit in a little formation here. Team Unnamed. No shots connecting so far, as we do see the split screen in action. This crate is in a decent position for coverage. Going to be able to get some refresh level 3s maybe, as Lucas is on a wide flank. He might be able to catch Sixless, and that's going to be the key player, I reckon. Sixless here could activate as poking comes out, but no, Nox still. This fight ekes on as the circle will start to close in soon. And that will really put the spanner in the works, as Lucas is actually found by Sixless, so he wins the engage on the flank.
3v3. That should
Lucas,
open it up.
Yeah, Lucas won't be able to be revived at all as the circle starts to close in. Raven now knows where Sixless is, and he wants a piece of him.
Sixless taken down now, 2v3.
Now Angry needs to pull up a big clutch here. The unnamed players are sprayable as they're lining up, stacking up. Sixless goes down. Angry and Rolex remain.
So those off-flank players both taken down right there.
They're both flanks are covered. It is a 2v3. The health advantage heavily on the side of the Unnamed as Raven peeks out wide, collects his 8th for the game, and he might even got his 9th there as the Unnamed have finished it off in dominating fashion. It is 9 for Raven, 3 for Bucky, who is the other top killer. Lucas manages to find, back-to-back wins for the Unnamed, and they've found a plethora of kills to go through with it. Fantastic work out of Spacestation. Sixless as well. He's one of the kill leaders.
That game.
He's done well.
With 3, Rolex with 1, and then Angry with 1. So Spacestation Gaming definitely racking up some kills that game, trying to protect their south there in that final circle. Omen going to be getting 3rd place right there with about 5 kills, and Euphoria, they were pretty center a lot of the time this game. No kills, but the 4th place should rack them up some points. Here is the highlights from game number 3 here today. The Unnamed back-to-back chicken dinners. They are on another level right now. Yeah, yesterday they were okay. They weren't perfect. They started off the day in about that, what was that, the 7th or 8th place there, so the 8th place, I believe it is. They were in 8th place with only 12 kills. Well, Ravens added 9 kills to his own tally. So the placement points were good yesterday, but they've really been able to solidify this with some big chicken dinners back-to-back. I believe their previous one was a 10K as well. Raven also on Sandhawk dominated, so Raven's had a fantastic day, really. You'd expect to see him at the top of that kill leaders chart, if not close to it. Should be I mean, in one game. Yeah, I mean, remember, 2 members from Space Station just breached up there, so we'll see. We'll see if Sixless Raven will make it. Yeah, Sixless with those 6 kills, so that will definitely help them when it comes to that, but we'll have to wait for those stats to come up. A lot of action this game, heavily due to the circles. Yeah, the circle was a bit interesting, wasn't it? It really prevented a lot of the teams from being able to have their best rotations in. Teams like Tempo Storm didn't have a great time, or the Cloud9 were another one that got struck out, as well as Team 9. They were caught out by the circle, really prevented them from doing much, but it ended up with a beautiful finish though, as we had that gunfight at the end to end it, and this was it. Raven going on the flank and finding these 2 important kills in quick succession too, so there was no opportunity for an answer back. So congratulations to the side of the Unnamed as they claim up the 2nd chicken dinner. Space Station really keeping their stuff together right there. Yeah. The first time the Unnamed were taking shots across the way. Remember, we were like, oh, how much ammo do they have? They were losing members. They got a couple knocks. They lost their vehicles, but they were able to regroup and get 4 back up alive. One team this game I feel like could have been a little more active, Euphoria. Yeah, they kind of just... They had crates, they had positioning. Yeah, exactly. They had some good cover to work with. They heard action erupting everywhere around them, but chose to do nothing. Just wait. And we saw what happened. They ended up getting pinched there. Let's check out the match 3 standings from this game. The Unnamed going to be getting 17 kills, 20 placement points, 37 points right there in total. So that should be able to help them. Space Station Gaming, 11 points, 14 placement points, 25. Omen Elite. Revenants, this is their best game yet. Yeah, it certainly is. As we look at Euphoria Gaming, despite finishing 4th in placing, dropped down to 6th overall in the points just because of the fact they didn't get aggressive, they didn't get any kills. So they're going to be a bit disappointed with that, but at least they got 8 points to go with it. Tribe were another one of those teams that kind of got prevented really by the zone of doing much. Cream was the first squad out. We saw them fall pretty early. Ignite, who have been they've been having a good day so far. So they didn't really get anything done in this game. 6 Angry Men continue their sour patch. What happened to Ignite? I don't even recall. Ignite? I believe they got kept out on the zone. I can't recall it myself. It was so early on in the game. We did have this moment of lull, and then all of a sudden the action exploded out. Non-stop. So that's what happens with these funky zones, is sometimes the first zone, players can get in it pretty easily, but around that 3rd, 4th break, that's when the zone becomes too small
with the unplayable
To hold
area in it.
everybody.
Yeah, to hold everybody in it. So that's when action broke out.
Cream
Tempo Storm.
Esports, yeah, Tempo. Only 3 points, so they're having an okay day. Hopefully, with one more game to go, they should be able to rack up a couple more points to end the day on a high note. Remember, today is the first day for Tempo playing in the semifinals. The first day for Ignite, for Tribe Gaming, Wildcard, Omen Elites, the Revenants. So, pretty amazing stuff here. Let's check out the overall leaderboards.
Ooh, look at them go. The
Wow.
Unnamed. They take Cloud9 and dethrone them as they push to first place.
Chicken dinners, yeah, I mean, it'll do it.
That'll do it for you. Spacestation Gaming also climbing up the ranks. They're getting closer and closer to Cloud9, so maybe that Twitter beef will continue.
No chicken dinner, so if they can rack up a chicken dinner this next game with a couple more kills, such that they have been doing, they should be able to take second place.
The other mover there is Infinex Gaming. They move themselves up to 8th place. Team 9 dropped down after they got 4 kills. They got 5 points in total, but they were knocked out relatively early, so that was the zone doing it to them, really. They got caught up in Revenants' wake as they were trying to rotate in after that long fight with Cream, if you remember.
Very long fight. I feel like that fight early on kind of held both those teams back in a sense, because we didn't have much loot for both squads. They concentrated so much on 1 or 2 points, and they weren't thinking the long game. Yeah, 9 could afford it because they've been doing such a good job here today. But I would have liked to have seen them placed a little higher.
So Simplicity find themselves finding the bulk of their points in that game. They're moving up quite a few places to find themselves into 14th place. Tempo Storm slide down 1 due to Omen Elite's good game. So that after 3 games, they've got 33 points. Still a decent average of 11 points a game. You'd take that on your first day of gameplay, really. It's not the worst you could be doing. 6 Angry Men, they're really struggling at the moment. They're angry at their results, I'd say, because they haven't moved from that 16th place position. Of course, some of the teams that have already played, as AVX has played their games.
Here's the very bottom. If we were to get rid of everybody today, right, like today's last day, these technically will be the teams. That's not the case, though. We got a bunch more games to go. But this is the page that teams do not want to be anywhere near moving forward here. As you were mentioning, the Revenants, Wildcard, HQA, Euphoria, they've been playing their hearts out today. 1 kill point, so they've only got 1 kill here today.
That's what stands out, and it was in that game, I believe, or maybe they got 0 kill points that game, so it was in a previous game.
And it might have been by accident.
It might have been
fat-fingered that kill.
It looks like it. They are the pacifists. They are going for the pacifist run, I'd say, as they are a 10th of their kill points. This is the kill leaders, though.
Whoa!
Raven.
Sixless with 17, Juicy with 15, Raven popping up there with 15, Beowulf 14, and then Perkses 13.
Yeah, Raven really shooting up. He's the new name on the board. Beowulf and Perkses have been dethroned, as Beowulf only added 1 to his tally and Perkses failed to trouble the scorers. But it is Juicy and Sixless at the top of the
VSS
leaderboard.
God.
Sixless, the VSS God, popping off. He's going to be happy if he ends the day there. I expect a Twitter screenshot, my man. But that's good signs for Spacestation.
Good stuff.
It's also good signs for Raven, who
Team Unnamed
has had a really, really strong day today.
Wait, what did they come in group stages, Team Unnamed? I feel like they were in the mid-pack.
Yeah, I feel like they weren't at the top of the board. Maybe they came in from that 8th to 16th mark, or maybe a bit above that. They could have snuck in around 6th, 7th, 8th.
So I'm trying to get this right, all right? This is 15 kills today. Or no, that's 15 kills altogether in total.
He got 9 in the last and 5 previous, so he might be 15 for the day, because you remember on that Sandhawk he had that great position and he started cashing a lot of kills as well. So that could be 15 on the day for Raven.
So if that's the case, he himself definitely carrying the squad.
At the moment, yeah.
At the moment. Not to take away from all their good positioning and rotation.
Bucky's been flaking out.
Yeah, they've been doing a great job. Their teamwork is on point. Their communication looking good. We are going to have one more game to go. Ladies and gentlemen, do not go anywhere. We'll be right back with the final game of today. See you soon.
PUBG Mobile Team Deathmatch. Endless respawn, endless fun. There is a better choice.
Totality is getting into the mix. HH24 goes down. That's a big loss for them. They are pushing pretty hard. Method, with one man alive, he's going to manage to clutch it up. Monarch has him. 9 players, does bleed out. Don't know who's just lurking on the other side of this window. So they get
the
him.
head might have been popping right
It
through the
was.
corner of the window. Spotted, taken down and out.
Sixers
Wow.
finishes him
Oh.
off.
Oh, Rolex trying to.
Oh, gets the spin on him too.
Yeah,
The next player is so
crouch.
low. He will get that.
Oh,
There's
another
one player
one.
left. One player left from ATP. 2 will come down to essentially who third parties who. As
Next circle's up.
Smokeball comes out. Cloud9 have actually spotted Spacestation
Oh,
Gaming
oh,
in the grass,
bro.
and they've killed 3 almost instantly.
1G, super quiet right now. I don't believe they know 1G's here. 1G has just been chilling for the time being. 1G's vehicle is right there. 1G's going to be popping out, taking some shots at Russell. Russell's going to be knocked down and out. Here comes the next person. Doc trying to get the 1-up on 1G. 1G's going to take down 2.
The pan. Oh, it's the nade. Oh no, it's just a smoke, just a smoke, just a smoke. He doesn't know. He does not know the Mad Dog lies.
Yeah.
Are they just going to leave him?
I think they might.
Oh, they've given him a smoke as well.
That's so good for him.
Is this a 5-player team? What are we seeing here?
A few moments later.
And IND are just giving. Oh no, he's going to spot that.
No, he doesn't.
Surely he didn't.
Come on, Slayer.
Oh my goodness.
It's in your namesake. You've got to take him down, son.
No
Mad Dog's
way.
still there. This guy is literally free soloing right now.
He's solo squad.
12 seconds later.
Around here, Salty Squad also taking down Godlike, and they've done a great job to stay into it. But can Mad Dog just stay here? He is now.
Do you think he can jump in the vehicle? If he gets in?
It will be. Oh no, he's actually taking the shot.
Oh, he's not quite able to get the knock. First one, swaps weapon, looking for Slayer.
Oh, we almost got a run over there. We got
Grego.
Whoa.
Oh, the fake out, make out over here.
He's turning on him.
Oh, the jukes are real right now. Grego. Can Grego connect over here? If I was Grego.
He's giving it up.
No,
No, he hasn't.
can't
He's
give it
juking
up.
back. He's coming
Can't.
double back,
He's going
faking it.
back.
Cool.
Oh, this is it. This is it.
Oh, it has to be.
Oh!
Got him! God, he's
There
knocked
we
over.
go.
He's got to get out and give him the BML. Not
Just chilling, like near the circle. They don't want to get into any fights. Especially they have executors on the same city right there. So maybe just gonna chill. And that was close. That was interesting.
Is the nasty will be
Ooh,
dropped.
look at
But
this.
Justice finally falling in. DJS is in a lot of trouble here, but Justice gets shot upon by Yai. He's one of the players trying to run away, but he still actually hits a 3. Now he will be put out and will be sprayed down, and they will be able to knock him down on the floor.
The teams that are right at the bottom. Has he not spotted Nico though? Yeah, he's just a little bit hidden. Oh, now he's going to spot him. Yeah. How can he not have done? He gets over the wall before he gets knocked. Fantastic.
Does get a lot of damage on the trade, but the red cannons are all over this movement at the moment.
And there they go, Critical Esports out in number 15. Actually, no, it's not even the team we're watching. That's a different team altogether, but...
Oh, that does a fair bit of damage too, knocking these players to half HP. That Molotov they threw in previously does get a knockout. This might be the signal to go. Pushing in here. There is one player just sitting on the deck, knocked out. But the Molotov is actually burning himself with it, so this is a Molotov he knocked down earlier.
welcome back. We got one more game to go here. We will be heading over to Erangel before we get to that smash. Got anything for us?
Well, we've got a lot of action for us all at the PUBG Mobile Esports YouTube channel. You can catch Raven's 9-kill game just done and dusted. So once that's uploaded, that's going to be a good one to watch. I might go back and watch that one too to see how we did.
Okay.
But I'll be watching Raven as well.
Don't be too harsh on me, please.
Oh no, I'll be gentle on you.
Okay,
But
thank you.
won't be gentle on the battlefield in the PUBG Mobile game.
Yeah.
I mean, tearing up that TDM mode, especially on those Vikendi maps when we've been casting. I reckon if there's bad circles on Vikendi, I'm just going to start playing TDM because nothing else to do, really,
Yeah,
is
I
there?
mean, you get to relax a little bit, take out your frustrations. We
Yeah.
saw this previous game. Who was that player that got frustrated and threw the frustration grenade?
Oh, I couldn't even remember.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
download that on the iOS app and the Google Play Store for free. And you can throw nades in frustration too.
Yeah, you could be like the pros over here. And make sure you head on over to the YouTube channel, PUBG Mobile Esports, hit the subscribe button.
Yeah, you better hit that subscribe button. Almost
That's how
a
you stay
million.
up to date when we're like 2 away from a million.
2. Yeah,
Two.
so you could
Only
be
2 more
the
people.
last one.
Yeah, only 2 more people. And I heard once when we get to a million, there's like a party, a pizza party.
A pizza party.
For everybody who's a subscriber.
1 million pizzas.
A million? No, you get a slice.
Oh, 1 million slices of
and
pizza?
it's like a bagel bite. You know what a bagel bite is? It's like
Yeah,
a little
yeah,
bagel
like one of
that's
those-
like a little cheesy pizza.
Yeah,
Technically,
okay.
it's a pizza. So you get one of those
Okay.
sent to you. It might take a couple days.
you might not
Hopefully,
wanna
it'll
eat it.
taste good by the time you get it. But let's head on over to the final game of the day. Erangel, unique weapon, DP, the pizza gun. Talking about pizza. I
Oh,
mean,
God.
it's just everywhere. Maybe I want pizza. I
Actually-
don't know.
We should get Hao Chen to set us up with pizza.
Not today. I got to hit up the gym.
Oh, okay.
I like to eat my salad fun. So
Oh, salad fun.
Some good stuff. So looking at everybody, the Unnamed back-to-back chicken dinners, right? They will not be playing here tomorrow because
No, they
they
won't.
played yesterday.
No.
So they're definitely trying to secure themselves a foothold on the top 5 as they are in
They're doing
first
it.
place. Yeah, they're
Yeah,
doing
they're
it. So
doing it.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see another strong game from them today just to kind of set the bar high here in the semifinal stage.
Yeah, I mean, that's one way to do it is to start off on the right foot and give yourself a buffer that if you do have those unlucky circles or those unlucky games, because sometimes you do have some misfortune in PUBG. It happens to the best of us. It happens to the greatest and it happens to the weakest. So if they do have that, they have that buffer that they don't have to panic too much with.
And they're actually playing with Lucas today, who's a substitute.
Oh, okay.
And they're still being able to perform and frag out.
We saw that in South America, actually. One of the teams was playing with a substitute, and they won 3 chicken dinners and a second place. That was 6-9.
3 chicken dinners.
3 in one day.
6-9.
6-9. They also won a chicken dinner when they started with 3 people. It was a crazy day in South America,
I wonder
actually.
if they have rainbow hair as well. So looking over here, it looks like we are going to be long drop into Nova. This is the squad that we are highlighting right now. The
Yep.
Unnamed. I
Nova.
believe, didn't they drop Nova the other day, yesterday as well? And there was like a solo member down there who was trying to survive and they spotted him out.
Yeah, I think
Unlucky.
it was.
Unlucky.
Yeah, it happens.
Happens to the best of us. Circle's
Ooh.
up, by the way.
It is. It's a nice Western circle, as we have had all tournament long, pretty much. The military base, majority of it, is actually in it, so we could find ourselves in a Millie B for the end of the day.
Millie B, I like how you do that a lot. You put Harry T. No, what do you call
Oh,
it?
the Wizzy T.
The Wizzy T, the Millie
Yeah.
B.
Booty C.
What other? The what?
The Booty C.
The Booty C, yeah. What
Yeah.
else? Is that like an Aussie thing?
It's more just my bunch of mates who are a bunch of cave-dwelling troglodytes.
Okay.
Uh,
It's a mobile guy thing.
yeah, it's a mobile guy thing.
Flashy suits. So, not going to be surprised. Pretty much a rerun of game number 1 when it comes to teams dropping where they want to drop and possibly contesting. One thing that is different, I don't remember Cream going to Kameshki in game
No.
number 1 today. I know they like to go to Kameshki.
This might be dependent on the plane, really, I think.
True. 6 Angry Men. They didn't go to Zarki this time around, though. They are going to be in that Stalber area. So, unfortunate for them, they won't be able to get that scatter loot safely because there's a couple squads near them.
There's actually a lot of the map that isn't being used by the teams. The teams are quite congested at the moment, as the whole Ferry Pier Primorsk area is obviously...
It's free and clear.
Yeah, free and clear. Obviously, the plane didn't go anywhere near it, but also Severny and Shooting Range are clear, where teams have gone past that, essentially, to get to George Bowl. So, teams opting to stay on that eastern coast to get the loot. The plane was favouring that, so no real surprises. Tempo found themselves back in Pachinki, the city they love. Pachinki is my city.
Yes, Stinky and Pachinki.
That's a good one. I like getting
That's
Stinky
the
and
best one.
Pachinki. Yeah, it is.
That's where they
Pretty
sell
good.
cheese. My thing is, with these pro players, they have a little different play style compared to me and my pubs because when I'm in pubs, when I see a circle pop, like this one, I just focus on getting a vehicle and heading like as far as possible that I know where people probably won't be based off of the plane. So I'll get a vehicle and head all the way to Primorsk. I wonder if that's a me thing, just wasting time, or me thing just being scared, not wanting to be contested, getting my loot early on.
Yeah, I think that the looting, it's not an awful idea, right? Because you go and you get looted out of your mind, and it is fun to play with all the big guns and the big helmets and stuff like that. So it is a fun way to play, and then you're coming in off the edge with the blue at your back, and you're able to third party all these kills.
And you know no one dropped there because the plane
was
didn't favor there. So the chances you run into another squad are pretty slim to none.
No, if I'm playing, it depends who I'm playing with, different play styles. If I'm playing with my mates from other games or other FPS titles, they will want to just drop school every game.
Like
right?
Digimon. Your mates from
Digimon. Yeah, my mates from Digimon, they just want to play hard and fast. They'll drop school every game.
Okay.
If I'm playing with some of my other caster guys that do PUBG in Australia, they'll want to tactically crouch around and really do everything by the book and stuff like that. And
see, I usually play with my mates from Zoo Tycoon. And
Zoo Tycoon, that's a good game.
We just like the loot. That's like the majority of our game. And then when we get into a gunfight, we all get picked apart. And it's like, I had the best gun. I had the best.
I had the best this. Oh, if I just
scope. You know, I had like 20 meds.
Oh, it's the worst. The worst is always dying with grenades. There's always one friend that dies with all of his grenades, and he doesn't use them because he goes for the gunfight instead of setting himself up well with the grenades. And
well, I kind of get that
always
because,
happens.
like, imagine we see a lot of times these teams in the final zones. They don't have grenades because they use them to get there. I understand you need to use what you got to make it as far as possible, but I feel like there should at least be one player on the team that holds on to the utility because they can come in so clutch in the end.
I don't think it should be a designated player. I think it should be adapting
like
on the situation.
Like a support player, you don't think so?
Yeah,
like holding the meds and the nades for everybody?
I think that it depends on the situation. Like if you find yourself in a situation where you have the perfect angle to throw some nades out and you are that support player, I think you
gotta go for it.
I think you got to go for it. And then if you do need to get nades off your mates later, then you can.
But hey, I'm running low.
Yeah, but
I'd
like to see, actually, not a designated nade thrower, but someone that is just extremely good at throwing nades. Because we do see a lot of these players, they fluff nades up all the time.
Yeah.
And it is a hard thing to do.
I mean, you need to practice, of course, but do you practice in the semifinals is the question. If you have a nade god on your squad, I feel like you just let them handle the nade.
I think that's a big overlooked part of the game, actually, is the nade usage.
That and driving.
Yeah, driving, nade usage, those are two of the lesser thought. I mean, everyone loves to practice their shooting, right? Everyone loves to go into TDM, just practice shooting bots or shooting players that look like bots or shooting players that are bots.
Shooting you are a bot.
I mean, I'm a TDM god, so I don't know about that.
Okay.
I got my thumbs wiling out. Should start.
But all seriousness, like, I definitely agree with you. Like, nading is a huge aspect of.
You just see the teams that are really good at utilizing their nades. Like we saw it yesterday on Vikendi where they had a squad. I believe it was Cloud9 actually pinned down in a house, and one squad threw like 3 or 4 Molotovs that isolated them.
That was, who was that?
I can't remember who it was throwing the nades.
Remember it was Richie.
Richie, yeah. So Team Totality, yeah. So he was throwing the nades out. Richie's also had a few fluff nades too. To go back.
Oh, definitely made up for it though.
Definitely made up for it.
That was in group stages. So yesterday's performance from Richie.
It's fantastic.
Mauling the whole second floor.
And then he had the rest of his team waiting on the other side, waiting for him to vault out.
Very strategic play.
Yeah, it was fantastic. Cloud9 managed to adapt to the situation quite well and just pull their meds on one player and go for the heal off. But no, that type of setup for Team Totality, I think if we could see more of that from more teams, then that would be just one way of increasing the level of gameplay pretty quickly. As we do see C9 finding a Latinos Unidos player. It is Da Vinci, is it?
Yep.
So Da Vinci isn't crouching, he's standing up.
Da
Vinci.
1v4.
Whoa!
Trying to get the run over. I feel like if you are in this situation, you Cloud9, you should just go all 4 members, just punch them out.
Yeah, that's what I like to see. The
ultimate BM.
Yeah.
But first, you gotta put all chat on and say something.
If you have to Rose Crowbar as well, that was one that we brought up.
Yeah, you need to leave it on their body.
Yeah.
The kiss of death.
Yeah, the kiss of death.
That's what we call it here in
Kiss
PUBG Mobile.
Of death.
You don't want that to happen. So C9, if you are a C9 fanboy or girl in the chat, make sure you spam those emotes. They will be racking up 1 kill here.
It is first blood as well, so that's a good start for them. We saw the last game of the day, Cloud9 was activated in their full force.
Activated, turned on, yep, all switches, all cylinders, full blown.
They formed up.
They put some nitrous oxide in their gasoline tanks, and they were just speeding onto the lobby.
They were speed running the teams. Beowulf, I can't believe that it was his last bullet that he killed that member on to win the chicken dinner. Because if he had to reload, he was cooked. He was done.
He was dead.
He was out of there. But Beowulf, good enough to land the last bullet. Mine would have gone in the direction of the moon, which is currently not actually visible, so it would have been very impressive if I hit it.
Daytime, yeah.
Yeah. Moon's sleeping. Speaking of sleeping, Karma might be having a little bit of nap too. Juicy just patrolling the coast, maybe.
Oh, can the chat help us? What's the teddy bear's name? Is it...
Does the teddy bear have a name?
The teddy bear.
Yeah, does it have a name?
We saw there's a buggy skin with a bear on
okay.
it. What was the name? I said it yesterday. I forgot.
I can't remember what that name is.
Like Tony?
Tony the teddy?
Tony the teddy. Such a cute fluffer.
I didn't bring my
MK14.
teddies from home. I'm kind
That's
of
why
lonely
you haven't
about
been
it.
getting good rest.
No, it is why. Well, yeah, that and the... Yep. The MK14 is the drop of choice for the crate.
Yeah. So MK14. No one's over here. Where is this? Okay, it's near the ruins. We might have Omen Elite just stumble upon it. They should be able
look at
to
this
see
though.
it.
Sixless VSS extended mag.
The current kill leader here in the lobby as well. I believe about 2 kills ahead of their mate when it comes to being up there.
Yeah, I think Juicy is the player that
right behind
chasing him.
Yep.
So that's a bit of bragging rights. They're in a team house as well, so it would be a bit of bragging rights.
High fives after the game.
I'd be knocking the phone out of his hand trying to get the kill lead, mate. I'd be all over it.
Yeah, Juicy's like, I spotted a member. Oh! Sixless just knocks it out real quick. Gets the kill steal.
Sorry, man. I spilled drink on your phone, bro.
Okay.
Like, that's all right. It was only my social phone, as I have a gaming phone.
I feel like they all have their own little desk cubicle so that they sit on their gaming chairs. Would be funny if they're all just like on a couch. One couch.
Yeah.
PlayStation gaming couch playing. Well, I don't think that's the case. They all got the little desk.
As Revenant player gets caught out, pushed right up and managed to get punished for it. Espinoza is not in position to trade this out at all as he's just hopping on a rock. That is a very big split from the Revenants. I don't know whereabouts he died. It looks to be coastal.
Yeah, it was on the coast.
That is a very far ways. As we see more 9K action. They've been playing well. They didn't have the hottest game last game. They did manage to clean up Cream, but then they got cleaned up by the Revenants themselves. But first 2 games of the day are pretty well. And I've got a bit of a attachment to 9 now, as reached out and heard about their story a little bit. And that's great to see. They are a bit of a newer team on the block with some newer members, which is good to see them performing so well already.
Looks like the other members of 6 Angry Men are going to be pulling up on this. We see Dat and Pika out there in the distance trying to hold some type of cover fire as King G is going to be popping up over here trying to get the revive. The revive is going to be happening right now. 9 are allowing this. I'm surprised that this is a thing right now. I mean, we saw a grenade earlier trying to get the confirm. The cover fire just so well. Yep, right from behind the third party is going to be coming on out here.
How can he not get that
Euphoria Gaming trying to rack up some kills this game. They weren't too happy about what we were saying about them on the break.
No, can they double their tally by getting another one? The alternate angle is coming in. Oh, the spray is so close. This is Minwoo. And the player actually jumps out of the car when he's moving a bit too fast. He will get confirmed out as well by Team 9, who are doing God's work at the moment.
Winwoo, I like this spot from Winwoo.
Yeah, Minwoo's in
a nice spot.
Fantastic position. He might actually be able to see King G as well.
Oh, but look right behind Winwoo.
What's right behind Winwoo?
We got the Revenants.
Oh, no. The Revenants, this might be a freebie for them. As we are on board with Clue, who managed to claim the most.
Dead.
Oh, that's so unfortunate.
They're trying to be aggressive right here. They heard shots. They're running right towards them.
Well, in the last game of the day, we usually see the most aggression come out from the teams. They throw caution to the wind. And we're seeing that already, as we already have 4 players hitting the deck 12 minutes in. So actually, it's not that much aggression, really, when you think about it.
It seems like it, though.
It seems like it. It feels like it's only been about 3 minutes in the game. Yeah. Numbers are confusing things for me, Dave.
Used to be an accountant.
I actually did a lot of accounting units at university.
Yeah. So numbers are your strong suit?
No, language, I'd say, is stronger, even though I can't speak another language. But I can speak Australian and English, so that's enough for me.
It's enough for both of us.
Yeah, well, you don't want to hear me break out my Australian. It's really rough.
Can't give us one sentence? We got a little moment right here. The people want to know. The people in the chat. I saw the chat. They said, give us one sentence.
Yeah, you saw the chat.
Just one
in the live moment.
Just one sentence.
Oh, all right. I'll have to think of something to say that makes sense in the moment. Because I can't really just spurt out something.
Any sentence. Random. Come on, we got to move on from this subject.
Well,
hurry up.
Struth, we have a bit of action going on here. The coppers are piling out the vehicular, and Cloud9 are getting lit up like a Christmas tree. It's a bit rough around the edges, but they've managed to score themselves away. split the wickets of the middle of the bridge. That's not where you want to be heading. As Cloud9 are running into another
Team
squad.
Unnamed.
Yeah,
And
it's
Simplicity. It looks like Bucky was setting up a bridge camp. Team Unnamed. They're all going to be scattered right here, anticipating the push
This
from
is
the
a-
bridge. The next circle did pop. It looks like we are sending it down to the military island. Team Unnamed in such a good spot right now with the rotations. The eastern bridge is jam-packed right now.
Oh my
There
lord.
are about 6 to 7 different teams all taking the same pathing. Everybody's in vehicles, just hauling ass down here.
It's a traffic
Here we
jam.
go. Traffic jam. 6 o'clock, you know, everyone's off of work. They're grouchy. They're tired. They didn't get their coffee in today. So things are going to be insane right now. Ignite also trying to set up some type of camp over here. This is going to be dangerous.
a lot of
I see
these
Space Station
teams.
swimming.
A lot of these teams are just giving up on this big bridge and just moving over to the water and hitting the water. And the swimmers in the chat, as there is a compound crash here. This is Cream trying to get in there as Cheeto has overcooked the mark a little bit.
Pull up, pull up, pull up.
Cream are definitely not
Getting
pulling up
creamed.
in the most, but Sixless is adding more kills. He gets the M4 out and starts to spray down the Wildcard guy.
Here comes one. Here comes one.
Oh, this is
prime. The drive by
no.
the bridge camp. Can they get it? There's one.
They
There's
are.
two. Here comes another one. Can we get Quip out there in the distance?
No, he's
they
dropping
actually
off.
dropped off into the water, so
Oh,
they
it
should
must-
bleed
they're
out
on-
over
they're on
there.
the land.
Oh, they're on land.
Yeah, they're on
So
land. As Joe's actually falling off, and that will be rough for them as how managing to firm up some of these kills that they've worked hard for as they came straight to them as they had to
gotta
cross the
get 'em.
bridge.
Yep, gotta get them.
They will bleed out. There's no way these blokes are getting picked up.
Look at the buggy just dangling right
Yeah,
there on
dangling.
the edge.
Hope Spider-Man or someone can come and
Rescue the day.
rescue that.
I think only Spider-Man, maybe Iron Man, he could use his jets to.
Oh,
push it back
yeah.
up.
Yeah, no, that. Watch Shazam on the plane over, and there was a similar scene to that, where
Shazam?
Shazam, yeah, the movie. It's
That-
a stranger superhero.
Is that where Will Smith is the genie?
No, that's
Oh, Shazam's was Shaq.
Shaq?
Shaq.
No.
Yeah.
What?
Shaquille O'Neal was
No, he
the
wasn't in
genie in Shazam. Next circle is going to go on up.
Shaquille O'Neal was not a genie in
Yes,
any
he was.
any certain blue.
Oh,
Three
my
of the
goodness.
members from Tribe have actually just been knocked out, one after another. I'm not sure if that is all of them done. I believe it might actually be, as the 6 Angry Men have found them. And we are going to the Millie B, the Millie Base.
Millie B.
Or the Military Beach. Choose your poison.
Euphoria once again find themselves in,
In a
a
beautiful
favorable
position.
Yeah, beautiful position.
Have they got a kill, though?
Well, whoa, low blow, low blow.
No, but look,
low blow, low blow.
They have a player on the beach on the northeastern side that
Yeah.
could spray down wildcard members in the water. And the water knocks are the best because they die instantly.
Yeah.
So,
another bridge possible camp coming out. We see.
it's Cream.
Oh, Cream's
Creamer.
actually camping the
Tempo.
other side of the bridge.
Oh, okay.
So
I see
Tempo
you.
driving by Cream right here. The Unnamed
Oh.
are going to be on the bridge as well. I believe Tempo was trying to avoid the bridge mayhem by coming in late.
Yeah,
He
they-
didn't suspect that there would still be a squad
actually still
waiting
another
here
squad
because
to
the
come
next
in.
circle did pop, so you would assume that they would prioritize zoning over kills right now at this point in the game because we still got 15 squads left. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the circle we're talking about. It is a mess.
It is a mess.
of
Someone
a
needs to
time
clean
right
this
now.
up. Euphoria on 0 kills, so they haven't added to their tally just yet. The Cream guys are coming in with a bike.
Oh, sending it. Oh, they landed it.
They
Jumping off
landed
the
it
bridge
too.
right there.
Oh, will they be able to get out of there? Yeah,
Going
just
right
by
into
the
Titan.
skin of his teeth. As Cream have actually pulled up on the beach line
Oh,
as
I
well.
see a vehicle pulling up out there in the distance too.
Oh,
These bridges
they've
are
bled out.
crazy.
They bled out and they've
Who just
gone
died?
down. That was Cream.
Oh,
another.
crash
This
and
is
jump,
9.
crash and jump, crash and jump.
They're jumping into
Gotta
Raven's
swim.
arms, though. That's the problem.
Oh, they're dead too.
That is Team 9 going out in the same way. Raven's sitting down there laughing.
9 kills already.
Yeah, the Revenants go out in the meantime as well. As actually Wi-Fi managed to pick up a kill. I don't know how he got a kill onto Team 9 there, but he did apparently.
Team Unnamed, Raven learning from the first squad to cross the
Yeah.
bridge. Remember, they were all up on the bridge and then they all got knocked and then jumped off. Raven's like, no.
Not going to happen
This
again.
is not going to happen again. I'm going to go underneath the bridge,
Oh,
anticipate the
this is-
drop off.
This is bullying.
Oh, this is a space station on Infinex. Yeah, Infinex. I believe they are spotted out. Yep,
Yeah,
they are
there's
going
one
to be
player in
ducking and diving, trying to swim, pull the Scuba Steve out here. Space Station Gaming should be able to get 4 kills right off the boot. We'll see moving forward. We'll pay attention to that kill feed.
The last of the Team 9 guys.
Oh,
is
Juicy's all the way back
around
there.
the hills. Yeah, Juicy's trying to get in as best as he can. He will get tagged by the blue, so it will hurt a little bit, but he should be
Should be
okay
able to make
enough,
it,
yeah.
especially with the support from
I
Angry and
feel
Sixless.
for the boys in the water, as they really don't have.
It's actually hurting quite a lot, but
Yeah, he's should have meds. Oh, poor
Infinex.
Infinex. Yeah.
What might be a play as
Sixless
well.
is actually just picking him out of the water too now. One's hit the beach and he's hit the deck immediately. He's eaten beans. Sixless is just picking more and more players off. I believe that was another knock he did earlier.
Chris
is on the beach because he has to be on land to be surviving this, essentially. So Wildcard are knocked out as the last player goes down. But this will be Infinex dropping as well, as there's just no answer to this beach camp.
Carnage from Omen Elite. They're actually on the opposite end of this beach as well. So Infinex, they have two teams
look at that spray
taking
down.
fire at them.
Yeah, it looks like Team Unnamed are continuing to spray down and find squads.
If they get another chicken dinner.
If they get another chicken dinner, then
that would be 3 in a row.
And it will be a high kill chicken dinner too. Oh, they're coming in
They're
hot and
sending
heavy. Pull up.
Oh, this could be dangerous to pull up on the shack right here.
Nah, knock him out.
Knock
See you later,
him out.
Latinos, Unidos in the bin.
See you later.
10 kills now for the side of Team Unnamed as they continue to rampage through these squads.
Infinex eliminated.
Yep, Infinex have been eliminated. Latinos, Unidos.
Oh, they actually went out in 9th over there.
Yeah, so they managed to
get another placement point here or there.
You'd expect Raven to pull up on Simplicity.
I want to see the Unnamed pump the brakes just a little bit, though. I feel like they're being super aggressive right now, which they should be. They have all the rights to. They got 2 chicken dinners already. They're not as scared of anything, but I want to see them make it into late game with 4 alive, right? I don't want to see them kind of fall apart here based off of overextending. So we'll see what ends up transpiring with them, as we are going to be popping on over to Uneven. Going to be getting a nice little chicken nugget here.
Yeah, knock and finish on to Ignite, who started the day so well, but hasn't really got any traction since then. On board with Euphoria. They're continuing their pacifist run.
I mean, that's a strat.
It is a strat. Raven, by the way, is up to 5 kills. So
Raven just broke into the kill leader.
Yeah, he's continuing this
might
absolutely
be overpassing
epic day.
Sixless.
No, Sixless has been on the board too, so I think the Sixless might still be pipping him. But Ignite, 1 player remaining, as we see Cloud9 claiming a compound for themselves.
That's
last
right
2
on
plays
the edge. Right on the edge.
Surely Euphoria have to kill someone with the crossfire they have set up.
They don't have to do nothing they don't want to do, right? Let's not make them uncomfortable.
Bucky and Raven come in with the crash.
Another pull up.
Another pull up. This will be Simplicity earning themselves.
Another pull up from the Unnamed.
1 bullet will finish off this last player from Simplicity. You imagine Bucky's going to get it, and there he does. And he will pick up Raven, his mate, inside the shack. Yep.
They are just 12 kills.
Bucky and Raven are they're always running around as a 2-man.
Well, yeah, I mean, they got each other's backs.
Yeah, so that's actually a cute little duo that goes on there between those two. So that's nice to see. I like to see when there's teams that have 2-2 splits and the synergy going on.
They can hold their own, right? Yeah. In those 2-2 splits.
Oh, one of the members of Euphoria has found himself out in the middle of nowhere, and he's worn a scoped shot.
What a good game this is. Military base, definitely making it.
Oh, Sixless gets another knock onto a 6 AM player, and you imagine he'd finish that off. Oh, Euphoria, they've found themselves in a fantastic position, but they're starting to get picked apart as, Ignite does go down. 12 kills now for the Unnamed, with still 16 alive.
Lucas is, I believe, trying to explode the bike. Trying to get some damage out here. Felix will be behind that rock, smoking it up. Next circle will go on up. Omen Elite are going to be on the beach, looking really good right now. We see Zute trying to hold the off angle onto Spacestation Gaming, not allow them to breach on into the beach end. But let's go check out the Unnamed, as they are going to continue steamrolling the lobby right now, trying to rack up as many points as possible.
Big engagement as Omen have spotted Spacestation Gaming coming in from the left, and the Unnamed coming in from the right. Zute is going to need to hit the money here, because it could be a 2v1 peak with Angry and Rolex just over the ridge.
Oh, that's an okay grenade.
It splits the wickets, but it did hit Angry, and he won't be too pleased about it, as Zute is going to head for the hills and run. He doesn't really have a level 1 vest. He's going to get taken down by Rolex, so Rolex hears him stomping around. And Straight flexing on him.
C9, they're not down and out yet. They are going to try to third party this. They saw Space Station pushing the beach, trying to engage with Omen Elites. They're going to be backstabbing them right here.
Now he's pulling up in the Rari, trying to get out of there real quick. But it is a full send from 6 Angry Men, and that will not end up very well.
You did.
14 kills now for the side of the Unnamed. Very good close range, but Euphoria is just sitting on the
still alive. 3 alive out there.
They got good kills, so they've doubled their kills.
They doubled their kills here.
Yeah.
Doing a great job. 3 alive. Jamming out to Sabrina Carpenter.
Oh, no, they get knocked. Ravens
was spotted right there.
Yeah, Ravens putting on more hurt. They are going to have to leave him as they're rotating in on a buggy, which isn't what you want to do. Ravens picked up 2 for the fight. Make it a third.
And 17 kills. Will they be dropping a 20 bomb and the chicken dinner this game, trying to outshine Cloud9's final game last night? We'll find out. 8 kills so far on Raven. They are going to be spraying and praying out there. They did see 2 members of Cloud9. They are going to be crawling. Can they connect? There's only one more member of Cloud9. Uneven is going to be bleeding on out. They're not trying to stop.
Ooh.
They're going to keep sending it.
Yeah,
they're taking over. They're dominating this next zone. They are spreading their wings right now. They feel extremely confident that they can take any fight head on here.
That says Space Station gone as well. So now it is Omen as the big threat. Omen with a few alives. Cloud9 have 1 up and 1 bleeding out.
They might be able to get the revive. Oh,
they won't. Lucas will confirm it.
Cha-ching.
That is 19 now for the side.
10
and
for
Raven gets his 10. He's doubled up 6-less. So Raven goes from 9 kills the previous game to 10 in this one.
Bucky in that shack.
A beast.
So much information. They're still just going to be spraying out here. They know that there's a member out here. Yeah, just try to tag them. Trying to tag him back.
Looks like he's going to go down to the zone, though, denying a kill, perhaps.
Medding up once again. Oh, Carnage with the DP strong with the tripod and the Gilly too. Going to be taking the initial shots on the Raven, trying to unload the pizza back on the Raven. Raven will be popping back down. Lucas trying to get the retaliation fire. Lucas spotted. Lucas taken down by Carnage right there.
Yeah, the
play zone took out Cloud9.
Yeah, the last Cloud9 player does get taken out. Lucas was taken out. Now they're starting to move the cars around. They are going to claim that crate on the side of the Unnamed. And you'd say they're in the box seat here to finish it off, as it is just Carnage remaining with that dinner plate and a ghillie suit. He's going to try and spray the car as it does pass. He's tagging so many players. He might even take out Lucas again. Lucas is picking him. He's gone down again. Raven is hopping into a car now as well. They're going to try and get the zone control, but will it matter as their flank is coming through? He's going to swap to the M4, but he's going to get picked out by Raven on the other side of the map. He does get line of sight from that crate. But it's finishing all out there. There's another team. Oh, he will get the finish on him too. So, but it will be Raven from the other side of the map, I believe, finishing him off. The Unnamed. They do claim the 3rd chicken dinner
in a row here. NA setting the record for the semifinal stage. Yesterday we had Cloud9 back-to-back chicken dinners, but right now the Unnamed making a statement here.
21.
Raven, 10 kills right there. I mean, Carnage coming close to the end there, putting in lots of damage, all right? Getting one of those kills onto the Unnamed, doing a good job with the pizza gun. Let's go check out the highlights. I wouldn't be surprised if we got a bunch of the Unnamed popping off, because all game long, it starts with that bridge camp. They're non-stop getting kills this game.
That was the first successful bridge camp I have seen as well, like a really successful
here they are,
camp.
right off the gate.
Right off the gate, there they are. They're going to Novo, so they really called the circle pretty well. Where did they finish up in the first game of the day? Was it 2nd place?
What?
The Unnamed.
What about
I'm trying to remember where they finished up in our first game of the day.
They weren't first. They were first place after this previous game.
Yeah, no,
I feel like they were like fifth
the first
or
game
fourth.
of the day. No, where did they finish the first game of the day? They
whether
in second place. I'm not sure if they did, because if they did, it would be a record-setting day. They might have knocked themselves up 100 points in a day.
Oh, that's what you're trying to.
Yeah, I'm trying to do the
here.
maths here. Yeah, well, I mean, they got 60 placement points at least, plus the 20 kill points from this game, plus they would have. They
started with 31 points.
Yeah, no, they 100% would have got 100 in the day then.
Oh, man.
That is an incredible effort.
Remember, they're not coming back tomorrow.
No, they're not. They've really stamped their authority on it. It'll be hard to catch
Pull up!
This was one of the many pull-ups.
Getting that. That was only one shack out of like 3 shacks that they popped.
As soon as they knew there were teams in shacks, they were pulling up on them left, right, and center.
Not the shack from Shazam.
No, not the shack from Shazam.
Even though he was in the Shazam movie.
There was Bucky and Raven, again showing their teamwork. Raven did go down, but Bucky had his back. But really, is Raven Captain America?
This is just confidence right here.
Well, yeah,
they had nothing to lose. I mean, let's be real. They had so many points coming into this game. 2 chicken dinners. Nothing to lose. This is what you get.
This is what you get.
Pure aggression. And it paid off. It caught everybody off guard. They weren't as scared to take any fights this game.
Well, why would you be?
Who pulls up like that multiple times?
Madmen. That's who.
And not only that, they didn't pull up as 4. They pulled up as 2. So they were holding like a 2-2 split the entire game and doing a great job at it.
Yeah, they were. Bucky and Raven
were the enforcers, really, as they would compound crash, or they would crash into those huts first and
The
try and get
enforcers.
as many kills as possible or knocks as possible.
They didn't
And
even care.
But it doesn't matter, right? Because they have the teammates on high to back them up. If they do get knocked, they'll just fall back into that line of sight. But they just never got knocked. They were just winning these gunfights over and over again as we get a 41-point chicken dinner to end our day. Omen Elite.
Yeah, more kill points than actual placement points.
Yeah, that's a crazy way to end the day for them. Spacestation Gaming, Cloud9, both getting 16 points. 17 points for Omen Elite. That's a good result for them.
A good day for Omen Elite, right?
Yeah,
Coming into today, no points, fresh. So we'll have to check out the overall leaderboard and see where everybody is. Cloud9 doing pretty solid there. They lost 2 members early on. I'm not sure what happened, but they were able to continue rotating on into the play zones. They got stuck in a pickle at the end. Let's be honest with each other here. Spacestation Gaming, 4th place, 6 Angry Men. Okay positioning. Euphoria.
Come on.
We know you like to go for those placement points, but they were able to double their kill points. So round of applause for them.
So the thing about Euphoria, I've been heaping a bit on him for being so passive, but it is a skill to find areas in the zone to be, and they've consistently done that today, of finding safe spaces, finding the correct positioning. It's just a matter of getting the gunfights down, and that team could be starting to put some serious numbers up on the board.
They are running out of time, though.
There they are. I mean, still getting 8 points a game is kind of fine,
Consistent.
but you want to be getting those big ones just to save you if you do have a bad game. Simplicity, though, they needed 5 points, or every part of that 5 points.
There we go. Team 9 getting 9th place. They were 4 points. Latinos, Unidos, 3 points. Revenants, I believe, having at least one solid game here today, showing up on the
okay game
first
with Miramar.
page. Infinex, not the best of showings today.
No, they're not the best of showings, but I don't think they'll be too worried about it.
Disappointed,
You do have those games every now and then.
They won't be playing tomorrow, though.
They will be?
No, they won't.
They won't be? Okay, so they'll take a rest and reset. Tempo Storm and Tribe are the 2 big ones you'd expect to be up there, but they have unfortunately had a rough game.
This is just game 4.
Yeah, it is. It's just, you can have those blips on the radar as well. The kill leaders are going to be the interesting for me, Dave, but we will see the overall standings before we do get into the kill leaders. Here are the overall standings. 146.
So they started.
110.
Yeah, they started with 31 points.
115 points in a day.
They started with 12 kills today.
Whoa, that is a big 46 kill day for them.
Man.
That is amazing work out of them.
Quick math from you. I appreciate that.
Cloud9 and Space Station round out the top 3. Team totality.
101. Still no chicken dinner for Space Station. They can get chicken dinner. They'll definitely be feeling good here.
Be laughing. Omen Elite, big mover of the day though.
That's good for them.
Yep, 57 points. You take that. Pittsburgh Knights are beating them out 59 after 1 game's play. We'll see them play tomorrow. We'll
3
see
chicken dinners still in
1 day. So it's fantastic work out of them. As we do see some of the teams that move up. 6 Angry Men, after playing 8 games, have noted themselves 32 points. Cream, 24 points. They've been moving up a little bit. Tempo Storm had a quiet day 1 for them, 34. It's a warm-up day, we'll call it. We'll call it. 4 Method and 8 DP Gold are beating them out at the moment, but they'll be looking to change that going into tomorrow when those 2 squads will verse up against, well, these 3 squads will verse up against each other.
Latinos, Unidos, also another team that likes to go for placements, as we can see. Only 7 kills, but 27 placement points there. We saw a lot of passive play from them, a lot of edge play from them today. Being able to survive with 4 alive. They got to be a little more aggressive, try to open up, try to collect, at least maybe not open up with kills, but third party some kills.
Yeah, certainly. Right? We'll see these guys in action tomorrow, as they've only played, all of them have only played 4 games. They've got plenty of time to turn around and get themselves off the bottom of the board, that's for sure.
None of these, they will be playing tomorrow, so.
Yep. They won't be worried though. You have 1 bad day, and you're not too concerned. But this is the kill leaders, and Raven has shot himself up to 25. Sixless and Raven are well and truly the leaders at the moment.
Yeah, Sixless had 5 kills this game, I do believe so. Space Station doing a great job today. Oh, we're getting another unnamed on the board, though.
Yeah, we got little, how do you pronounce that? Quay?
Q?
Quay?
Let us know. DM us.
Because
especially we're going to continue to see these players up here putting up these major numbers. Beowulf. Perksys did get knocked off, though. We're sitting at 13th for the day, unable to acquire any more points. Maybe they did. Maybe they're at 14, so maybe they're right behind Beowulf there. But the Raven, definitely the big name here today to highlight. Yeah.
I believe he got at least, he might have even got all of those kills in 1 day. 9, 10, 19. Yeah, he might have actually got all of them in 1 day. So
yeah, it's crazy.
That is
what a
insane.
Crazy day.
25 kills. He at least got 24 kills in a day.
I mean,
23.
If this is anything to expect moving forward here in the semifinals,
We're in for a treat.
We're in for a treat.
Yeah.
NA is starting to look like a very strong region when it comes to the global stage. So we're going to be putting up quite the fight moving forward. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back same time, same place, same beautiful people tomorrow. Make sure you tune in because there is some high-octane action coming in hot. We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Keep playing some PUBG Mobile.